with Charles, Delfino, Ngozi. Good evening. I hope you're good. Happy Monday, everybody. The promise, the future, and life. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding. Please help share this live. Let your friends be part of this talk today. It's a sensitive one. I hope we are good. God sent, I can see you somewhere there. I hope you're good. Mawa Borders, I see you. Good evening. I hope you're good. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. OJ, I see you. Good evening. Amot, good evening. Kiki Final Afrique, I see you. Good evening to you. Happy Monday. Anatalo Studio, how are you? Good evening. Ayodele, I see you. Thank you guys for joining. Please, Anatalo, longest time. I hope you're good. Maybe because I pick the times I come on YouTube, TikTok. I rarely will come across your live. That's if you're still doing it, because I'm not sure. I hope you're good. Anatello, I'm talking to you. Thank you guys for joining in. Happy Monday to you. Everybody, welcome, welcome. You are okay, thank God. Wow, it's been ages. It's been ages. Good to see you as well. Well, you can see me, I can't see you, but I hope you're okay anyways. You can share your lifetime here. If I'm free, I might just pop in one of these days. Who knows? Well done, well done. I hope life is treating you well. Well, we thank God. We thank God. I hope I'll be able to carry through tonight. I have a bit of sore throat and I can feel it, but I'm here regardless. Okay, you don't do life that much. Oh, okay. For your birthday, when is your October 1st? You know I'm an October child. Mine is the 15th. Mine is October 15th, so you're just... Well, I'm sure I'm older than you. Just kidding. I'm October 15th. That's cool. Yes, we October babies. We are cool like that. I know. Don't be deceived though. I'm an old woman, but yeah, it's all good. Monsi, I see you. Good evening. Anatello, it's good to see you. You're laughing. No, I'm sure I'm older than you. Trust me, I am sure. I can bet 100%. Oh, you're a small boy. Okay, you probably be... I'm sure you might be as old as my first son, maybe. Yeah. My son too is October 31st. Can you imagine? He managed to squeeze himself into my October, and I thought I had October all to myself. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing, yeah. So sometimes, well, he will go off and do his thing anyways, but sometimes we cannot do the family thing together, but I don't know what's happening this time around. I can't even be bothered, to be honest with you. Oh, my first son, he's going to be 26. Yeah, he's going to be 26, so who knows? Nice chatting with you, Anatello. Good evening, Leslie. Oh, you're older than him. Okay, okay. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, but so that means whichever way I'm older than you, but it doesn't matter really. Don't let's go on about this age. OJ, I see you. Yeah, well, it's good to have you. It's good to chat with you. I mean, if you're live, anytime you do go live, just share. Definitely. Oh, definitely. Yeah, thank God for that. You can. I wanted to say double is it, but no, not really. No, not there yet. But it's all good. Yes, everybody. Good evening. Happy Monday. I hope we're keeping well. It's a Monday, you know. Some of us, we don't even want to get out of bed. We just want to have a lazy Monday. If we could help it, it would be good to have you. Honestly, on the first, what day of the week is that? And then what time? So that I can, you know, at least, I know it's been ages. What day is October? What day of the week is it? Okay, 8 p.m. I hope it's not on a day I'm going live. What day is the first? I don't want to open my calendar. School run and work, Leslie. I know. Tell me about it. It's me that is running to school myself now. Lami Mansare. I see I'm not saying for too long. Yeah, it's fine. I do understand. But I mean, nice chatting with you here to kick-start the talk for today. It's a Wednesday, 8 p.m. I will try. At least I'm sure it's going to be till night. So I will pop in at some point. God helping me. It's a Wednesday, okay. We'll see, fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Anatello. I hope all is well with you. 2 hours, 8 to 10. Yeah, I definitely should pop in. Yeah, okay. It's understood. I get you. And even if I miss it, I'll find you. Don't worry, I will find you. But all the same, I wish you happy birthday in advance. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord uphold you. This will be the least it will ever be. This new year will bring new opportunities your way, new blessings with long life, good health in the name of Jesus. Yeah, I will try. Fingers crossed. Thank you. So maybe if I remember, you know what, let me just write it at the end of my note. That way I can save the date for later after the live so that I don't forget. And hello. Birthday, 8 p.m. TikTok live Wednesday. Don't mind me first. So at least I'll see that on my notes. So I'll remember. Let me highlight it so that I know it's something important. Okay. And start the program. What do you mean? I think I missed something there. I don't say long, I don't miss it. I'll try not to. I'll really try. Yeah. Even if it's just to breeze in or something. You take care of yourself. I do get it if you're busy in the studios or something. Wish you well. Please don't be a stranger. And thank God for life. Thank God we're still able to reconnect it. All right. Thank you so much, Anatello. Thank you. That. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay. So I see time is gone. Wow. Imagine catching up with an old friend. Have taken much of our time. Just, you know, kind of waiting for one or two to join in. Leslie, I see you. School runs. You better get used to it. Let's get used to it so that we'll not just be feeling unnecessarily sad. I don't know the thing to say now. God help us. It is well. God will continue to strengthen us. Me, I'm waiting for midterm or half term already. Thank you for the heart to me. Thank you. Andre, I see you. I hope we are keeping well. Thank you guys for joining me here on Insight with FunmiRoyal today. It's a Monday and you know we'll talk about individual talks, and today it's a very sensitive topic. I appreciate each day by degree. Oh, honestly, we thank God. Mondays, we talk about individual talks, you know, and sometimes there are topics that they're a bit challenging to kind of talk about, and it may affect us one way or another. positively or negatively, depending on how we deal with it. And today we're talking about dealing with loss as an individual. Um, it's a sensitive one, like I said. And please, if this topic is triggering for you or it's going to trigger for you, whichever way, please do feel free to reach out to me after this live. If you need a space to talk about things, just want to process things so that you're okay eventually, because dealing with loss goes with a lot of things, and each individual will react differently to different kind of loss in a different way. So I do understand that. I mean, as a counselor or therapist myself, I see clients from time to time. Sometimes you can't cry with them in the session, but you can feel, you have empathy, you can understand the pain they're going through. I've been through loss many times myself, and I can relate. But like I said, we are different human being, and will relate differently to life situations, sometimes. But whichever way, we need each other to lean on, to cry on, and all of that. So I'm going to go into my talk now to put more perspective to it, because when you think about it, you just think dealing with loss, the thing that will jump to your mind is losing a loved one. I know it's part of it, but we can talk about loss on so many levels. Grief counseling helped me recently. Oh, Leslie. Oh, that's good. I love the fact that you're still engaging in some sort of counseling, because it's good, especially if you've been there, and God help you find a good therapist who would help you, deal with things the best way possible. Because sometimes, even my clients sometimes will say to me, oh, they've been to therapy before, and then their body language when they're in session with me, they'll be sitting like one leg in, one leg out, like whether this person too will be okay or not, and I can read their body language. So when I sense that, I tend to probe in such a way that'll make them feel comfortable. And sometimes even in the first session, you find them relaxing on the chair, or you find them like leaning towards you, like they're interested in your concern and all of that. So yeah, go study counseling if you want to be a counselor. I mean, anyone can, but you have to be gifted in a way. So I had to, because I didn't handle my father's passing well, and it almost cost me everything. Oh wow, Leslie, I know sometimes you don't know how these things would deal with you. Whether you're a man or a woman is inconsequential right now. We're all human beings. We have blood and water flowing through us. And the one that really just gets me is when they say men should not cry, especially when they lose a loved one or something grievous has happened. And they're like, a man should not cry, man up, and not. Why? I'm like, why? Do you know those tears can bring relief? Those tears can bring quick healing to your heart or to your mind even. And then you're telling a man not to cry. Somebody's just passed who is so dear to them. And I don't understand culture sometimes, but you and I know that, look, if you feel like crying, find a corner in your room, go and cry those tears and let them come out of your system. Otherwise, if you keep bottling things up, you're not going to like yourself. So grief counseling helped me a lot with my mother's passing. And yes, there were tears. Oh, please, just let it out. It will do your body good. Okay, guys, I'm going to go into my talk. And like I say, please feel free to reach out if you need to talk about any sort of loss or whatever it might be going on for you in terms of this topic today. So help me share this live. Click down on your screen for about 3 seconds. Some names will appear on your screen. Just click send and scroll down all the way and help me send to your friends, because I mean, everybody's an individual, and we may sometimes be dealing with this, and not just in terms of death. It could be, I'm gonna go, let me not jump my notes today. The tears helped me during the session. Honestly, you'll feel a lot lighter. You will feel a lot better. There's a reason why God created those tear duct or whatever they call it. There's a reason why men have it, women have it. Why you not tell somebody not to use it, I don't understand. But God will give us wisdom. And just be suffering needlessly because you're a man. Please, we don't do that here on Inside. So loss is an unavoidable part of human life. whether it is a loss of a loved one, like I said, a job, a relationship, a health, one's health, or even opportunities. It often leaves us with deep pain, confusion, and unanswered questions. Some may ask, why me? Why did this happen to them? Or they feel overwhelmed by grief. Yet, I'm going to come here on a believer's perspective. As a believer, we're not left without hope or comfort, even when we lose our loved ones. We know, especially if they're believers as well, one day we're going to meet with them as, Christ tarries, or, till whenever, because everybody's going to die at one point in time. Our prayer is that God should just give us long life, to live and enjoy life and leave good legacy for generations yet to come. So if you read Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 to 2, it says, to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to live, a time to grow, a time to, a time for everything. So loss is real. I get it. Like I said, I've been through different kind of losses in my life as well, but God is ever present, and he's hoping that we will have that healing, overall healing, so that we can carry on living lives the best way, and enjoy life as well. So I want us to understand, like I said, there's so many kinds of loss an individual can go through or we can experience in our lifetime. I'm just going to mention a few bits and then, break it down some more. Like I say, if you're being triggered by this topic today, please feel free to reach out to me. Let's talk about things. Don't bottle anything up. And I pray that God will heal your heart, whatever loss you're going through. So understanding loss. Loss can be emotional. Losing a friend, losing a partner, as in, they don't want to be friends with you anymore. Maybe you had some quarrel or whatever it is, and you've been friends for so many years, and, for whatever reason, you cannot move past that issue, that challenge, or whatever it is. And it's like, they're your friend, they're just far off. You're far off, you're somewhat miserable, you're grieving that friendship, you're grieving that partnership or whatever. It could even be a business partner. You decide, oh, everybody will go their way because of whatever it is. It's been nice doing business with them, but for whatever reason you had to go your separate ways. You will think about this. You will remember the good old times. You chase contracts, get this contract, have dinner because you want that contract and all of that. And now you're grieving like, oh, you're gonna miss that and all. So I get it. So loss can be emotional. Loss can be physical as well, in terms of death, sickness, even material things. So in terms of death, of course, nobody wants to lose their loved ones. Even some people say, oh, my mom died, my dad died or something. And then you ask how old are they? They'll tell you they're 80 something or 90 something, and you're looking at them funny. They're old now. But then no matter how old they get, you don't want them to die. But these things happen. It does happen when you lose a loved one. It's a physical thing that even leads to emotional as well. So it's like 2-in-1 loss kind of a thing. They're no more there. You're grieving. You're emotionally down. You just want to cry. Like, sometimes you even pick your phone to call them, not knowing that, they've gone, or your brain is not adjusting to that reality. So, and again, sickness. When you're talking about physical loss, when sickness comes, sometimes all these things kind of lead to emotional, because when you hear that doctor's report and they tell you, oh, this is a terminal disease or something, and physically you notice you're losing weight uncontrollably, or it could be something with the blood, and these are physical loss that people go through. You've lost your health, and it will bring you down. It's a loss. Like, you never feel healthy again. You can't do what others are doing. You have to be refined to the room or something like that. So, and as well as material things, it could be a house. You lose a house, or properties, or investment, or whatever it is. So you can lose things like that, and it will grieve you. Of course, it's a loss as well. Again, loss can be invincible. And what do I mean by that? Dreams, opportunities, your confidence. You know, some people, they dream big, they want to achieve this, and each time they get there, like almost getting there, is a poof, it's disappeared again, and their heart sinks, like they've lost this opportunity. Oh, this thing can never happen again, and they lose confidence in themselves. Sometimes you might not be able to see, you'll be wondering, what on earth is this person talking about? They've just lost a dream, they've just lost a huge opportunity. Like, oh, don't worry, opportunity, another one will come, but not like this particular one. So they may grieve because they know what they've lost regarding that business, regarding that contract, or whatever it may be, and this can affect their confidence as well. So they lose their confidence in themselves, in humanity, or in business, in career, in whatever it is. So it's a kind of loss as well. So everyone experiences loss differently. Everybody would grieve in their own personal way. Some people would say, oh, I remember I had a client, they were just talking on and on about their dad, this and that, and you could sense, tears here and there, and at some point I asked, just so that I have an idea, because it felt so raw, like this thing happened not too long ago. Oh, thank you for the follow, Apostle Insight. I think I will find you. Let me see. Yeah, I'll follow you right back. Thank you. And thank you for the follow. I hope you are good. Thanks for joining us here. So at some point I had to ask this client, how long ago did your dad pass? And they said something like 8 years. So I had to pause, and I'm like, there's a whole lot we need to unpack, because if it's 8 years ago, and the way this person was talking, it felt like 8 months ago, or even 8 weeks ago. So there's a whole lot in there to unpack to help them come to terms with the fact that they're never going to come back. I mean, that's why you have to do it as subtle as possible. And they will come to that realization, and they'll be able to say it the way it is. And then it will let you know that in their mind, their mindset is beginning to change. Their mindset is no more in denial and things like that. Because it's hard. It's hard. It's very, very hard. So people grieve differently, personally, the way they feel they need to grieve. There's no one way to grieve at all. I mean, everybody's different. Some will cry and they're okay. Honestly, they're okay. Some will not cry and they'll pretend that they're okay. One thing like this, bam, waterworks, they'll be like, oh, get a hold of yourself. And the event and the reaction, it doesn't tally. But because they've bottled a lot of things up, and just one incident just triggered them, and that's what they just had to let go. This thing they've been bottling up. So we need to be mindful. That's why I say there's so many types of loss, and the way people would grieve or react towards it is different. So I want us to look at, because certain things, like they say, this has not happened before. Yeah, we're just kidding ourselves. But it's new to you. It's a new loss. You're experiencing this. So you're entitled to feel however you want to feel. However, I want you to know that there is still hope. It's not the end of life. Whatever loss it is, whatever you're grieving, whatever you're trying to deal with. Because according to my Bible, if you go through the Bible, a lot of people had losses as well. Grievous one. Even till today, I don't think anyone can compare to Job, what he lost. Job, for example, he lost his children, he lost his wealth, he lost his health, yet he didn't curse God. He didn't say, God, you did this. I could trust you, I could believe you, but this has that. He lost everything, and yet he mourned, he grieved, but he wasn't resentful. He wasn't bitter towards life anyways, because he couldn't understand it. Friends, saying all sorts to him. I bet the whole villagers will be looking at him. Hey, he's done something wrong. That's why God placed that curse on him. But no, it was just, it is God. He does as he pleases. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. He does as he pleases, but nonetheless, God was with him. And in the end, Job got double for his trouble. So Job had that great loss. He mourned, he grieved, wore sackcloth or whatever it was, But he knew that there was a God protecting him. Just like I'm here to tell you, whatever you're going through, no matter how grievous it is, as long as you're alive, you're breathing, know that God is with you. Whether you believe it or not, God is with all of his creation, all of his children. All he's asking is his arms are wide open. Please go into those arms and feel relief, feel healing, so that you can start living again. Life is for the living. Some people are like walking dead, because of loss. Some people even lose their mind. Some end up in a psychiatric home because of a loss. These things do happen. Like I say, some are emotional, some are oversensitive. There's so many kinds of people out there with their feelings, their emotions, and all of that. And then when such a thing happens, it triggered them almost to the other side of life, so to say. So I do understand this. Another biblical example I can give us is David. David wept bitterly over the death of his child, but later he found strength in God. He loved God. He knew that, well, God gives, God takes, and all of that. You can read the book of 2 Samuel chapter 12 when you have the time. He was bitter, he cried, he wept, and all of that. But later God strengthened him and he became strong again. He was able to live life again. So there is hope for us. There is hope for every single one of us. And dare I talk about our Lord Jesus himself. He wept at the tomb of Lazarus in John 11:35, showing us that it's okay to grieve. I mean, if Jesus, a man, we know who Jesus is. He's a man, and he's God as well, could cry. The shortest Bible portion is Jesus wept, as in he wept. They didn't say Jesus teared, Jesus cried. They say he wept. You know what it means to weep? Wept. That is our Lord Jesus. So how dare culture tell a man not to cry? Men, do not be deceived. Please, let the waterworks go. If that is how you feel like you want to, mourn the loss or grieve the loss, please let it go. If Jesus wept, who are we not to weep? Please. So I want us to look at God's comfort in times of loss, but then I'm still going to break it further to let us know the dangers of not dealing with grief or loss properly, because there are dangers in there. If we read Psalms 34 verse 18, it says, "The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as have a contrite spirit." Just like what I've been saying, whatever the loss you're going through, if you want to cry, let it out. Sometimes you may have to go to a corner in God's presence in your own way and just cry to God, whatever it is, just cry and let him heal your heart. It said the Lord is near to those who have a broken heart. This is God's word for those who have a broken heart due to loss, or due to grief or whatever it is. Okay, God is with us. He's always there, whether we acknowledge him or not. So Matthew chapter 5 verse 4 says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." So are you mourning something? Like I said, doesn't have to be a loved one alone. It could be a job. You've been at this job for 20 years and pam, just like that, it just toss you out unexpectedly. Imagine, where do you want to begin from? You don't even know what a CV looks like, and yet you're not near retirement age, and you just feel lost, like, where do you want to begin from? And this thing can lead to anxiety, can lead to depression, it can lead to insomnia because you can't sleep, because you're overwhelmed, like, you just thought this job will take you to retirement, and that's why you put in all the effort you do and all of that. But at the end of the day, they just let you go just like that. Of course, that is a huge loss. You will feel pain. You would even cry because you had your plans, you had your dreams regarding that job, and now somebody has taken it away. Future Misses, I see you. Starmax, I see you. Thanks for joining. So God does not minimize our pain at all. He walks with us through it, because he knows our frailty. He knows we are feeble, and that's why he's always there. He's always there. But we sometimes feel we're alone, or we're grieving alone, we're crying alone and all that. Well, in case you don't know, maybe that's why God have sent me here for you today. Know that God is with you no matter the loss you are going through. He wants to walk that pain journey with you. Please let him, so that you can have peace in your heart. So I'm going to go into the dangers of not dealing with grief or loss properly. There are dangers in there, and if you feel you're alone, like I said, please do reach out if you need a space, to process what's going on for you, or just to make sense of things. Please feel free to reach out to me after this live, so that I will have time to do that with you. So, dangers of not dealing with grief or loss properly: emotional suppression, like I mentioned briefly. Bottling up grief may lead to emotional numbness or sudden emotional outburst. And you don't want to go and out to burst or out to break somewhere that there is no one to give you that support, just because you've been keeping it, suppressing it, emotionally suppressing and all of that. And just at a gathering where people are talking, or somebody just says something, oh my goodness, and you just lost it, and they cannot understand for the life of them what just happened. So let's be mindful that we don't bottle up our emotions, especially when we're feeling loss, or when we're going through a loss. Over time, suppressed grief can turn into anxiety, like I said, depression, or unresolved anger. You just be angry. Maybe it's the death of a loved one or something. You're angry because you've prayed as a believer. People joined you in prayers. They poured oil on this person. You visited them on the sick bed. You laid hand, quote all the healing Bible and everything. At the end of the day, this person still passed on. And you're so angry with God. You're angry with people. God help those you called on, you beckoned on to come and pray with you, and they didn't have your time. Hey, you'll be so angry with them. If you had come, maybe this would not have happened. You just want to blame anybody and everybody because you're grieving. But be mindful. Be mindful that you don't allow that anxiety to lead to depression, to lead to anger in there. So if you need a space to deal with things, please do reach out. Again, another danger is physical health issues. Grief that is ignored often manifests in the body as stress or fatigue, insomnia, like I mentioned. Some is headache. Some, it just weakens their immunity. They just be falling sick because they're not coming to terms, they're not coming to terms with that loss, or with that whatever it is, they're just not, they don't want to face reality, and they just get stressed unnecessarily. They are sick all the time. This migraine just starts for no reason, no cause. Even when you went to the doctors, they checked it, they're like, they can't see anything. But because you're pushing things down, you're trying to be in denial of that loss, whether it's death, job, or whatever it is, friendship, like I said, or a partnership, whatever it may be. So be mindful, because there is danger when we tend to do that. Chronic grief has been linked to long-term health complications like high blood pressure and heart problems. Some people, they can't even trace, like, it's not hereditary, it's not because you refuse to take your 2 spoons of whatever medicine. No, it's just because they're not handling that loss well. And these things have a way of taking a toll on your body, on your health. So be mindful. Just like I said, some people, constant migraine. Some people, they feel this palpitation. Some people panic attacks. They just panic because they're not dealing with this loss in the healthy way, and it's beginning to affect them. Some people, out of the blues, they've been healthy, but because of this loss and they're in denial, they go to doctors and say, your blood pressure is so high, or their blood pressure is so low. I remember I had this friend, and I don't know whether they were grieving or whatever. In fact, you will not believe it. She just felt fainty or what, and then she went to the doctors and they checked her the same day she was admitted. Drips, blood. They said, how did you walk into this? She said she drove. You drove? They were like, if you hadn't come, maybe the next hour you just slump and die, and that's just the end. Because sometimes you feel you're okay, especially when they call you strong person, you want to live up to expectation all the time. And they know you just lost somebody that's most dear to you. Nobody have seen you cry. Nobody have seen you. You're just encouraging everybody. I hope you're okay. Don't worry, it is well. And then, hey, my goodness. God help us. Please do not go through such by yourself. There is help available. And some will say, oh, I don't want to burden anybody. There's always help. What is it called now? Services out there. You don't have to know anyone. Go for counseling, go for therapy, and you don't have to know them really. You just need them to help you process what is happening on the inside of you, what is going on for you as a result of that loss. Another danger of not dealing with loss properly is strained relationships. So unprocessed grief may cause withdrawal from loved ones. I remembered I suffered that a bit when I lost my older sister years back. And then I had a baby. Thank God I wasn't, feeding the baby naturally. The baby was taking formula food or whatever it was. I just shut down because the shock, like this person was full of life. This person would drag me across the world. For me, we're going here and you dare not say, I don't have time for where. Before you know, she's bought your ticket, you're off. You have to just go. She was full of life. And then I just got the call. She's on life support. I'm like, sorry, do you know who this call is meant for? Is it meant for me? My name is Ajayi-Daniels. Do you know? They say, yeah, do you have an older sister? This name? I said, yes. And they're like, this happened, I'm like, how? From where to? How? So, I had to calm down. And I saw her in the hospital lying down on the bed, with all these tubes, machine, beeper, like, is this my own sister? This can't be my sister. Do you know, the sight of her pastor was there, thank God. I just started laughing. The man grabbed me because he thought maybe I was going to run out of the hospital or something. Because it was a shock. Like, the person that I know, fine, I hadn't seen her for some time, and the person lying on the bed, it's like, how? My brain could not process that person with this person. And I just started laughing. It wasn't a laughing matter. Imagine being told and you're now seeing your sister on life support. How do you deal with that, And it took a while before the tears now came rolling. But even then, I think I was still holding back, like, no, I'm hopeful, we'll pray. No, this. But it did happen. She passed on. And months later, I think I remembered, when they broke the news to me, this song was playing somewhere in the background because I won't forget. This Lara George's song. I think it's the Ìjọba ọ̀run lèrè onígbàgbọ́ má jẹ́ n kùnà bàbá. That song was in the background when I heard the news. So I didn't take note of that. And then, I went to see her in the hospital. We prayed. We did all we could. Eventually, they said, look, we have to remove this life support and whatever happens. I said, okay, fine, fair enough. Even my brother came from US to be there. We all, just as many family members, church members, everybody and all of that. But eventually she passed. And then months later, I don't know where me and my husband we were going. The boys were in the back seat. I think at the time, yeah, they were in the back seat. And we have this, my husband has this collection of songs on his, maybe phone or something, or was it CD or something, I don't know. And we're talking, we're laughing, and he was driving, and then this song just came. Ìjọba ọ̀run lèrè onígbàgbọ́. Come and see the waterworks. I don't know what happened. Not that I wanted to cry, but I just heard the song. It just triggered something in me. I was just crying. My husband nearly panicked, and he had to pack. What's the matter? What's wrong? I couldn't talk because that song triggered for me. That day I heard the news. Your sister, I'm afraid, is on life support. And we had buried her. We were okay. Everything. Oh, thank you, Anetelo. Everything was okay. But that song that song, it took me a while. I said, I love this song so much. Why is it every time I hear it, I'll be crying? So I had to go and sit somewhere with the song and cried all the tears I wanted to cry. I had to deal with things, because I'm like, imagine I was doing praise worship, or I don't know, one pastor just says, can you sing that song? And I'm like, I'm okay. I just start singing, I'll be crying. And I'll be like, take the mic, I can't sing anymore. And you'll be wondering, it was just, you can imagine the shock. People will be wondering what's wrong with this sister, not knowing that I had been bottling certain grief in there. Just to let you know that I'm not here to judge anyone, but I'm here to encourage somebody. It was tough for me. And at the end of the day, I remembered when I used to do my worship with FunmiRoyal. It was one of the songs that, it's still very emotional, to be honest with you. When I sang that song without shedding a tear, I'm like, God, I think I've been delivered. Because I love the song so much, and I love my sister. I loved her dearly. So you can imagine the way we grieve is different. So back to my point. I think I've gone off. I don't know how I came there, but strained relationship, unprocessed grief may cause withdrawal from loved ones. Maybe, that was it. Some may become irritable. Some may become resentful, or they will detach, creating distance, in their marriage, with their family members, with their friends even, just because, they're not grieving, they're not dealing with that loss in a healthy way. So it could be hard. Some people, it could be, imagine a wife giving birth to a baby and she passes on, and then this man has been looking forward to having the baby, his wife back home, and then he doesn't want to hold the child. He does not want to hold. It's like people are thinking, is he not happy? At least somebody's alive, But no, this man, he's lost his better whole. He's lost his dearest wife, and he doesn't feel the need. Why should I carry this baby? Only God knows what was going on in his mind, but he's going through a loss. People feel, the joy of the baby should help him counter the feeling. It doesn't work like that. Oh boy, did they not love their wife? Of course they did. Who would want their wife to die at childbirth? But these things do happen, and such a person might just resent that child for life if they don't deal with things properly. Anyways, I'm sure we have an idea of what I'm trying to say. Another danger I'm going to mention is spiritual disconnect. If grief is not dealt with in the light of God's word, it may lead to bitterness against God or loss of faith. I'm a believer forever. By the grace of God, I'll be a believer. When my sister was on that deathbed, people came, they were taking turns to come into praying, all of that, fasting. I don't even think I could even put anything down, praying and fasting, trusting God. Oh, Father, Lord, eventually maybe when they remove the life support machine, she'll be able to breathe on her own. I was so hopeful, this and that, But at the end of the day, hold your peace. He is God. He is God. And thank God I didn't have to go and be so bitter with the doctors. You didn't treat her well. Or be bitter with everybody, fighting everybody, just because, I don't want to deal. So let's be mindful. God's word, is always there. His words are comforting. His words can bring healing. Know that. So instead of drawing near to him for comfort, one may actually push God away. So Hebrews 12:15 says, looking carefully, lest anyone fall short of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up cause trouble. God is our present help in times of need, and his grace is more than sufficient for you and I. And I keep saying this, whether you acknowledge God or not, his grace is more than sufficient for you. So you don't have anything to lose, really. Try and let God comfort you through whatever loss you're going through. Again, when we talk about vulnerability to unhealthy coping mechanisms, I'm going to mention this, another danger. Some turn to alcohol, some turn to drugs, excessive work. They just want to do work. They don't want to think about this loss. They don't want to process anything. So they will go extra work. There's overtime. They will do it. There's overtime after overtime. They will do it. They don't want to process things at all. And this is their own way. They think they're coping with this loss. But then it's not a healthy way. Or unhealthy relationships as a way of escaping grief. Some will go and just do one night stand because they don't want to feel anything, here and there, and God helping them, they don't go and carry some disease that they were not planning for as well. So this temporary fixes worsens the pain, and it creates even more problem if care is not taken. How can you replace grieving for a loss with drugs, with alcohol? It's not gonna help. It just might bring temporary relief, but it's not going to help in the long run. So you're doing more harm to yourself, really. So be mindful that you don't go into that tangent when you are dealing with loss. Don't go into all of that, because it will do more harm than good. Again, prolonged grief disorder is another danger. Thank you, A13. I see you. Good evening. So without a healthy grieving, individuals may get stuck in ongoing sadness and unable to move forward. They're constantly sad. There is no good news you bring after that loss. They don't even hear it. It's like they've lost their excitement hormone, kind of a thing. So, and it goes on and on. It's been, remember the clients I mentioned, 8 years, they're still grieving like it happened yesterday. So you can imagine what they're going through on a daily basis, constantly sad. They have issues with food, is because of this loss. They have issues with that, is because of that loss. They're not dealing with it well. Some even go into overeating, into that overeating drive, and they just keep eating just to numb the pain, but it doesn't work. And then they start affecting their health as well. Prolonged grief disorder can affect productivity, can affect your purpose, can affect your daily living for years and years and years if you do not deal with that loss in a healthy way. The last one I'm going to mention is a hindrance to healing and growth. Yeah, it is a danger when you don't deal with loss properly. It will hinder your healing and your growth as a person. Greetings. Oh, thank you. Esse Click, I think. Is that how to call your name? Esse Click, I think. Or Quilik. Esse Quilik. I don't even know. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Anatello. Please, let's follow FunmiRoyal. I'll find you and follow you right back. Thank you so much, Anatello. So failing to deal with grief properly can affect your mind, it can affect your body, it can affect your relationships, it can affect your spirit as a spiritual being. It leaves wounds unhealed and makes life heavier. It just seems like you can't get out of it. Thank you. It's like you can't get out of it. It's like they don't understand what you're going through. It's like, it's this, you can't even put words. It's like, what's the point of even saying anything? You're just perpetually sad. Be mindful, grief can do this, loss can do this. So when grief, like I said, is surrendered to God and processed with support, it becomes a doorway to healing and growth and even deeper faith to those who believe. So these things, it has a way of coming back. Now when I talk about my sister, I laugh. I remember our trips to Portugal, Algarve, our trips to Italy, Spain, here and there, and I'm like, oh, I miss her. I just remember and I smile. Not that when the waterworks, because it was still very sore then, and it was hard, but here I am today. How many years on? It's been since 2009 actually. It's been 14 years. Oh my goodness, time flies. But thank God, may her soul continue to rest in peace. Maybe I should dedicate this life to my late Esther Adesoya. God bless you and rest your soul. That is my prayer. And to everyone grieving their loved one as well, it's a huge loss, I know. I pray that the Lord will comfort you. The Lord will bring healing to your heart. Every sadness will turn to joy. In the name of Jesus, that's my prayer for you. So let's look at healthy ways to deal with loss, because this is where we balance the talk today. First is you have to acknowledge the pain. Do not deny the loss. Do not deny the fact that you need to grieve. Express it. I cannot overemphasize this enough. Express it, cry, talk. Share your feelings, honestly before God. Sometimes I go before God is like songs of lamentation. If it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It was when I learned to be praying for myself. That song was haunting me day and night. I'll just come. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Oh Lord, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Put it again. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's, you sing, you cry, you do all of that. And God was just looking at me. Take it easy, my dear child. I think because I saw that name. So I know. Cry, talk to someone, share your feelings honestly. You can go to God like I would, cry to God, lament to God, shout at God if you want. He's there, he's ever ready. But you need to acknowledge that pain, what it means for you, what is making you feel on the inside. Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling frustrated? Thank you for the heart to me, Debbie Gasm. Good evening. Whatever it is you're feeling, acknowledge it. Don't be in denial, because this is not going to help you. Thank you so much, Click. Surely I see you. Suppressing grief can delay healing. Imagine me that I thought, okay, she's been buried, life goes on, we're good. And I heard that song. Hey, I'll never forget that day. Even my husband was shocked. He was surprised. Like, where did this come from? I thought, even me, I thought so, but I can't help it. The tears were just coming. And I'm like, Lord, what's happening? I was even scared. I'm like, what's happening? Like, when you want to cry, you want to cry and then you cry. But this one, imagine you're just talking, laughing, and, just laughing. And then the song came, bam, and the tear, bam, like that. My goodness. So I do understand. Again, a healthy way is to seek God's presence. I've said this over and over again. You can worship, you can pray, you can read the word that brings peace. There's so many portions of the Bible that talks about, casting your burden onto God, onto the Lord, and he shall sustain you. Psalm 55 verse 22. So many portions of the Bible that you can actually read that would help you through that grief. Good evening, Debbie. I hope you're good. So, it's very important. Let's deal with grief or loss in a proper way so that we don't suffer needlessly. Again, lean on support systems. Family, friends, and church community, they provide strength. Don't just feel, oh, these people, you'll be saying these people. They're your church community. In the good times, bad, I know, don't let's go into that. It's another topic. Sometimes it's even in the church, you're crying the most. Nobody sees you. I get it. But you may have to reach out, because sometimes some people, whatever it is they're going through, they will never share with the church, they will never share with their friend, they will never share with anybody, and yet they want people to know what they're going through just like that and support them. Do not isolate yourself. Like I said, if you don't want to go to your church community, you may have to pay and go to therapy. Just find a support system that you can rely on and you're comfortable in this space, to process what is going on for you, whether it's a loss of a loved one, a job, a property, or whatever it is. Like I say, loss is different kind of loss we can go through in life, but we have to deal with it. We can't be in denial and feel we'll be okay. Another one is to guard against bitterness. Okay, pain can lead to anger towards God and others. Like I said, choose forgiveness, faith, and hope. Some will even say, because you didn't do this, that's why that bad thing happened to this person, and they lost this, they lost that. You just want somebody to blame for anything and everything, So if you're not careful, bitterness can come as a result of that. But that is not what God wants us to do when we face a loss. He wants us to find it in our heart to forgive, believe again, be hopeful, because whatever it is you've lost, bigger, better opportunities can come your way still. You never can tell. So be mindful what you do when you're going through a loss. Again, find purpose beyond the pain. It's very important you find purpose beyond that pain you're going through. That loss is not the end of your life. That's why I said, as long as you're alive, you're still breathing. Whatever loss, God can always replace. Remember Job, he got double for his trouble. One would say, why would God now come and give him double? Why did he even take that in the first place? Like I said, God does as it pleases, you know. And like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a man that lost everything the way Job did. Yet, I don't know. I've not heard of. I don't know. But, I mean, he got double for his trouble. So sometimes loss opens new doors for growth and for ministry. If you're, you know, they say your what is it now, your mess is your message, your test is your testimony, your loss will be your message, so to say, and things like that. And when you're able to overcome, you now heal, you can even comfort those who are going through such loss as well. So testimonies of survival and resilience that you've gone through should encourage other people. You find that this person is crying, I've just lost the only property I have, and they're like, they cannot just see anything beyond that. And then you tell them your story, how you lost the property that, you know, everybody gave money, you sweated, this and that, even your father's land you sold to get this property, and now it's gone. But guess what? I cried, I was in pain, I did this or that, but now I've got houses, I've got many properties. You can share that testimony to encourage someone to build their resilience, to have a survival instinct, you know, being built on the inside of them. I know loss is not nobody wants to go through any kind of loss, but these things happen whether we like it or not. It's part of life, and it shouldn't be the end of us, so to say. There is always hope, really. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. I think I heard a joke. Somebody said that there's light at the end of the tunnel. He said, why is the light at the end of the tunnel? Can I not have the light at the beginning so I can use it to see through the dark tunnel? And everybody laughed. It's true, but then better late than never. So I guess, so the hope beyond loss. There is hope beyond that loss. For believers, or for anyone really, loss is not the end. It shouldn't be the end. Even in death, we have hope of eternal life. My Bible says to me in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 to 14, I'm going to read it. It said, but I do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning those who have fallen asleep. Perhaps you've lost a loved one. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring him to those who sleep in Jesus. So that's always my joy, that one day, when I go to be with God in glory, I'm going to see my sister by the grace of God, because she was a believer till, I mean, at the end, eventually, you know. So that's my hope and joy. One of the things I would think to myself when I was grieving heavily those days. So this hope sustains us. What is lost in this life is not lost forever. That is part of God's plan. We will meet again at the bosom of our Lord Jesus by the grace of God. So I'm rounding up this talk today. Like I said, it may have triggered one or two things for you. If you need the space, thank you, Asholi. If you need a space to talk about things, to go through this loss, to processing it, please do reach out. Like I always say, check my bio. I'm an integrative counselor by profession. I'm also a Christian counselor. So whichever one really, God would help all of us to help one another. So in my conclusion, I'll say this. Loss is painful. Hello, Sandra Empower, I see you. Loss is painful, but God's love is greater. That's one of the things that held me through, because for me, that was my older sister who passed. I've lost 3 other siblings as well. So you can imagine losing another sibling is like, oh, let me just go, like, oh, you know. So it even made it so harder for me. Oh, thank you so much, Proverbs. I see you. Thank you so much for the gift. So it was hard. I mean, it was really hard, you know, having buried 3 other siblings. Now another one again is like, what's going on? And I'm like, my brain could not just process it at all. I had my meltdown. I broke down, to be honest with you. Thank God for my husband, my family, my church family. They held me through, you know. And yeah, with time, I was able to overcome. I was able to heal. And look at me today, encouraging somebody out there. It's not the end of the world. God loves you no matter what you're going through. He heals the brokenhearted. He restores hope and gives strength to move forward. As long as you have life, you have breath on the inside of you, God still have good plans for you, regardless of that loss, whether it's a loved one, like I said, it's a property, a friend, a partner, whatever it is. God is always there to strengthen you, to heal your heart. So the key is not to run away from Him, but to run to Him to find peace, to find healing. Psalm 147 verse 3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wound. This was my experience when I lost my fourth sibling. I'm like, no, God had to just help me, because He affected me in so many ways, so many ways. I'm like, again, why that and all of that. But here I am today, trying to comfort one or two out there. God helping all of us know that the end of you is not that loss, but is meant to, with time you heal, and with time you look back and say, wow, but for God, I'm still standing. And I hope that is your prayer for you as well. I'm going to round up with a short prayer here for anyone going through any kind of loss. Like I said, doesn't have to be to death alone. Could be sickness. Somebody's lost their health and they can't come to terms with it. It's grievous. Even the sound of the news alone is taking something again off of them. I pray that the Lord will comfort everyone going through whatever loss, and He will heal their wounds. God will heal everyone's wounds in the name of Jesus. That God will give you strength to trust even when you don't understand. It's very important. And I pray that by His Spirit is going to help you see hope, see new purpose beyond that pain, and that Lord use their story to encourage and strengthen others going through whatever loss, in the mighty name of Jesus. This is my prayer for all of us. Thank you, guys. That's the end of my talk. So my one question for us today is, why do you think people often struggle to express or process their loss? Why do they struggle to express or process their loss? What do you think about that? Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you. Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Thank you. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. I see you, Kenny Felipe. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world. So once again, I'm going to say here, if anything you've heard on this live is triggering for you, or you need a space to process any particular loss, it doesn't matter, please feel free to reach out to me. Let's help one another. Let's support one another. If you have to cry in the space, whatever would help you, please do reach out. DM me preferably, so that I can reach out back to you. And the Lord will help us. The Lord will comfort all of us going through one loss or the other. That is my prayer for all of us. So why do you think people often struggle to express or process their loss? Why do you think people struggle? Could be because of a number of reasons. So please, let's expand this some more. And if you want to share one or two experiences as well, why not? Because somebody out there might be listening and feel, oh, for me, you don't understand. Oh, this, oh, that. My story, at least that's one of many losses that I've faced myself. So there's so many, but because of time, I had to just, I didn't even think I was going to share that. I always pray that, Lord, give me good examples that would touch somebody and help somebody heal. That's my prayer. So they love the person so much. I know most times we're not prepared for it. Oh, tell me about it. Like I said, shared mine. It was like two worlds. What? Like, no, my brain couldn't cope. My brain could not just cope. Is this person life support? How? This person that would, hey, no. This person can organize party for Africa. And I'm like, just like that. Yeah, she was full of life, but I miss her, but God knows.
Hi, good evening, Ma.
Good evening. How are you? Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, Ma. I'm so grateful to be here.
How do you call your name, by the ways?
That's a click.
Oh, so I was right. Yay for me. Yay. So I take it is your first time on Insight.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Anatella actually brought
you're
me in.
you're welcome. Okay, Susan, good evening. I see you, Mary A, Debbie, Gazim, Leslie, Sandra. I see you, Asholi. Thank you so much for joining, guys. So let me, Susan, permit me to start with Eseki today. Let's mute you for not speaking so we can hear everyone. Get me my ring back. Mute you.
Like, are you actually mute? Okay, she
Yeah,
has.
yeah. Sorry about that. I was trying
Okay,
to find. Yeah.
so I have not lost anyone in my life, but I know I've, relationship, heartbreak can feel like a loss,
It is a
when it goes,
loss. It is.
and it takes a long time to, overcome. It can even take a year or 2 years,
I know.
So, um, that's basically the kind of experience I've had for dealing with loss. And
Mm.
usually I would reach out to my friends and all of that. Like I have Asholi here, she's my friend. I have to bring her here, and I'm like,
Oh,
she's a great counselor like you. And I'm like, oh,
oh
it's so good
wow.
to have her to listen to you too. So I think I gained so much from what you said, that we should
Okay.
go to God, because God is the ultimate. He's the only
Ooh.
one that can help us through. So I think the period of those moments, I would cry and pray.
Mm.
I would pray for his help, and somehow he does come through in different ways, you know,
Yeah.
and all of that. But definitely, we'll always go through the pain and all of that. So I think I've not had any loss like that,
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
remember saying it doesn't have to be death. I don't know, that example just came to me.
yeah,
It's one of the many. It could be a job, it could be just like you say, a relationship, could be a family member, even could be anything really. As long as you don't have that thing anymore, it's a loss. And the way you react to that loss differs from one person to another. I mean, I was going through mine. Guys, imagine what my mother would be going through. Imagine what my father too would be going through. Within my mom and dad, they had six of us. One dying, another one, now the third one. Imagine. And for us traditional people, they're like, our children are supposed to bury us, not we bury our children. And they had six, and now three is gone. I mean, it's like, what's happening? So for them, it's a different kind of grief altogether. For me and my other siblings, it's a different kind of grief. But we've lost people. We've lost people, and some people could be property they've invested their whole life in, and that is gone. So it's a loss. Whatever it is you don't have anymore, it's a loss, however way you want to see it. So thank you, Eseklik, for sharing. Thank you for coming on Insight. I hope I'm going to see more of you as well. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, a broken heart. You love this person for whatever reason. The relationship is not working anymore. Of course, you will cry. You remember the good old times, and you know what you probably dreamt that this person will be the bone of your bone and all of that, and now it's not happening. It's a huge loss. Of course, you will feel it. Some people never even recover years later. I had somebody said, "Oh, they went their separate ways 8 years ago, and their mom is on them to marry, marry, marry," and they're like, you think you're after 8 years, they'll be like, are you okay? So I do get it. Thank you so much for sharing. Susan, good evening. I hope you're good. You're welcome.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know what your take is, but why do you think people struggle, or they often struggle to express their loss?
I, it, well. I didn't hear any of the things you said today because it's not long I came back from work.
Oh, okay.
So I just tuned in when you were about to round up. And I saw the topic dealing with loss. I say, let me log out because this one is too.
Oh, I get it now. Oh,
This
as I
is
said, if it's triggering anything for you, please find me. Let's talk. Don't worry, I'll give you a big hug on Sunday if I see you.
And while you were rounding up, I had to like when you were talking about some people don't talk about it, and then my son and I were now talking. I say, I told you if you talk about it, it will heal more. He said,
Yeah.
well, he doesn't want to talk about it
Hi,
because it's
Kenneth.
not their business. It's not their business. I'm like, okay, you never can tell who you will get help from while talking, because talking goes a long way. Anyway, that's by the way. Dealing with loss, the main reason or one of the reasons why I'll say people don't really talk about it is probably maybe they don't believe, they are yet to believe, you know, what has happened. Yes, they are yet to believe what has happened, and it's really, really. I would tell you that because when I lost my mom till now, it's 10 years. As to me, I feel she's sleeping. I know as Christians will say, "Oh yeah, she's sleeping in the Lord," but she's sleeping. That's how I feel because I still do not believe that she's gone. Because one, in my head, I'm like, this woman loved God so much. So why will God now just decide, just like that, at 63? It, to me, it's still fresh, especially going to friends, mom's birthdays. I'll be counting, oh, my mom would have been so age, my mom would have been this. It's really coming close to me that truly she's gone, because I'm not there, or she's not there to be celebrated like we have planned to celebrate her. And for me, I was able to like talk more about it, probably because I was not in Nigeria when it happened. But my siblings don't talk about it. As in, they don't. Anytime I bring the matter up, they're like, can you change the subject?
Wow.
And I tell them, the more you talk about it, the more the healing comes.
Yeah.
And this loss, I started dealing with it personally when I lost my grandfather. That's my mother's father. He
Oh.
died at 73. And then my mom died at 63.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, hey,
None.
what is this? Ah, 10 years short, father. I will see 43. I will see 50.
Amen.
I will see, So that has been my prayer. And then my grandfather, because I grew up with him, he showed me what father love is or was. At 2, that was when I started living with my grandfather. So it
Wow.
really touched me that he was no more, because he's a reverend.
Oh.
And then my mom that followed his footstep now died.
Mm.
I said, so this is real, is reality. And then coming now at this stage, losing my son's dad. I'm like, hey, father, why? But the only thing that I get encouraged is that God knows how much we can bear. He will not give you something that you cannot bear. But to me, when in that grieving period, I don't talk. I can sit down and design a building for you, even though I'm not an architect. That's to tell you how my own silence. I will not say anything. If you like, talk from morning till night, I'll be looking at you. Because I'm imagining in my head, is it true? Is it not true? And then going into the hospital, this one, his own was even worse, that when he was passing, I was there when the heartbeat was dropping. So that noise came.
I know.
So
I know.
anytime I go into the
You
hospital and
begin
I
to
hear that,
feel.
my mind skips. I'm like, it just gives me that flashback. And I immediately come back to who I am. And sometimes if I see somebody doing vitals and they start making that noise, I quickly run to
I
press the
can
button.
imagine. Yeah.
They're like, what is it? I say, no, don't worry. I just turn that thing off because I don't want to hear it, because it takes me back. Because I've already moved on. I want to live, forward ever. So dealing with loss, everybody have their own way of dealing with loss. Like you rightly said, it could be loss of anybody, anything.
Yeah.
At least most all of us here, we won't say we've not dealt with loss. At least boyfriend, girlfriend. You won't tell me the person you married was your first love.
No, no,
Yeah,
I've
that
shared
one
that
is
one. No.
that one you've dealt with loss. Even losing money can be so painful. Imagine one of my friend picking an envelope of 800 pounds. She was happy that she picked something. Me,
But
I
it's
can imagine
somebody's
the
loss.
owner. Yes. How the owner will be feeling.
Yeah.
Is it losing children? My
Mm.
mom had seven, let's say eight children. She lost the first one girl, the second one boy, and then she had my elder sister, and then they now named her Ozemena, that it will not happen again. She stayed. They had me, I stayed. They had another one, that one died. They had another one, she stayed. They had another one, that one died. They had my brother. So it's now I'm really putting myself into my mother's shoe. How she must have felt all these years losing children. It's so painful to experience death. So that's I don't even want to go into dealing with loss in death area. Dealing with loss in job. Most of us we dedicate so much time. Our jobs are number one compared to our family. As soon as you lose this job, you will know that the way you highly esteem that job is not the way that job highly esteemed you. Because I remember as soon as my son's dad, they knew that he was gone, they took him off the WhatsApp group. I'm like, they don't even allow the news settle. Bam, he's off. That's to tell you, you nothing stops when you lose something. Life goes on. So no matter how highly esteemed we hold on to things, we should know that those people can do without you. They can do without you.
That's
So
true.
in this topic, I think this topic should just teach us on how to prioritize what we hold on to. Because some people is their job, some people is their bank account.
Yeah,
Even the Bible says, do not have another idol. That idol will, if he goes, that is it.
that is it.
That's the end of it. So we just need to work on ourselves. Dealing most people don't talk about it. Most people don't believe that it has happened. Most people they feel the more they talk about it, the more painful it becomes. So they don't really know. Some people don't even know how to deal with it. Because anytime I talk about mothers, my sister will start crying. They'll start crying, and I'm like, come on, let's move on. It's 10 years. Let's chat about it. Remember the
The
good
good
memories.
times. Yeah.
Yes. And that's the way I deal with my own kind of loss. Even losing a boyfriend, I'm like, I enjoy the moment. That moment we had, I enjoyed it. So we've lost uncles, we've lost a lot of things. So my friend, their house got burnt. They did not remove one pin out of that house.
That's a big one.
So you can see people lose things in different ways. But I just pray that God give us the grace to hold on to things that are eternal. Praise the Lord.
Thank you for sharing. Again, I would say if this topic is triggering for you, anything at all, and you need a space to talk about things and process things, please do reach out to me after this live so that we can have time to process that together, whatever the loss is. And don't feel maybe predominantly, I don't know, we'll be talking about death more because I said this at the beginning. When you say the topic, what will come to mind is death as such. But like I had to expand it to all aspects of life. It could be a loved one. It could be sickness. You hear doctor's report, you've lost your health. Because this thing now, you have to be nursing it and all of that. So it's a loss of one's health. It could be a partnership you've lost. Could be a business partner. Could be a career. I gave an example of someone who who's worked with the company for 20 years and thinking they will retire there, and all of a sudden they just chase them away. It's a huge loss because where would they begin from? And all sorts. So people do lose things, lose people, lose opportunities, dreams, a whole lot of things, and it can mess us up as individuals. So let us talk about it here on Insta. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need help processing whatever loss it is. Thank you, Susan, for sharing. Honestly, you always bring this twist to the talk. Thank you. Mary A, it's good to have you. I hope you are good. It's been a while, but I think you were here last week or so. Good to see you again. I hope you can speak where you are. Mary A.
Actually, even said it could be good friends too. We can actually lose
Yeah,
good
I
friends.
gave that example as well. Good friends. Yeah, very much so. I mean, I think I shared one here. It was even a fresh friendship, but we just, were in sync. I would talk and all, wanted to know each other. We'll go out on dates, we'll sit, talk, just laugh. And I was getting it. I'm like, wow, this person, I really am clicking with this person. All of a sudden, they stop picking my call. I say, what have I done now? Just thinking all sorts. And then I would text, I would try to call. They're like, oh, don't worry, I'll call you back. And the way the thing just went, I'm like, oh my, it really hurts me. Honestly, I'm confessing here. It hurts me. And they will read my message, they will not respond. I'm like, what could have gone? Honestly, it sounds funny, but it hurts me because I've put energy, I've started putting energy and all of that, but these things happen. And in my own little corner, I just grieved like, okay, maybe this person is not ready or we're getting too close too soon or something. I just have to make some excuse and let them be. One time like that, I posted something on my WhatsApp and I saw that, I'm like, this person, she's still on my phone because I don't block people. As if I block you, you know that something is wrong. I really would block people, and I saw them. If I was tempted, should I say hello? I said, let's sleep in dog life. So I get it. I get it. How much more friends, childhood friends, like you're like siblings now, and something happens, like you can't get past it. Everybody has to go. It will hurt you because this person, like a personal person, like and they're gone. So it's a loss. It's a loss, and it can bring you into sadness. It can bring you even into depression, depending on how close you are to this person. So I get it. Thank you. Mary A, I don't know if she can speak. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the next person because of time. Mary, please let me know when you can speak so that I give you the floor. Debbie Gasim Gang Gang Gang, good evening. How are you? Our elder Debbie. I hope you are good, and I hope you're not eating papa and moi moi today. Debbie, you have to unmute to speak. I can't hear you.
Good evening, my lady.
Good evening. Handbag, I see you. How are
Good evening,
you?
Barrington. I'm fine. Happy New Week, everyone.
We greet you back, oh, we greet you, our dear elder.
Okay, what are we talking about? Dealing with loss.
And I asked the question after the talk, which I'm sure you missed some or not, I don't know.
We are
Why do
very
you
sure. We're
think
sure it's sure.
why do you think people often struggle to express or process their loss?
Mm.
Big sigh.
I think when it comes to loss, it depends on individual.
Yeah, true.
It depends on individual. It depends on how how close you are to that thing or to that person. Depends on what the loss is.
Yeah.
So it depends. So how we deal with it, how we let go of it, how we manage it depends on individual and how important
The
it is.
losses.
Have I experienced losses? Oh wow, yeah. Human beings, career, business, money.
Wow.
But I think um one thing I am sure of based on my experience when it comes to losses is if you know God,
Mm.
if you know God,
Yeah.
you will always go through. Will it be easy? Never.
Mm-mm.
Never. Some people never healed from it.
Yeah.
Some learned to live with it,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's human. Will you forget? Never. I don't think you can forget, but you can live with it,
Mm.
understanding that, well, it has happened, and you live your life.
You come to
But
terms
some
with
people
it. Yeah.
don't, some people don't get to, and those are the people I'm always scared of, more scared for, not scared of, scared for them,
Mm.
because I'll say when I lost my mom, there was one person that didn't cry, didn't show a lot of emotions, but she was the one I know was carrying a lot
Mm.
of the grief. And I can say till now, I'm not sure she has really healed as much as every other person like that.
Prince Coca, I see you.
So that's why I say it depends. Sometimes it depends on our personality as well.
Mm.
It lo- loss is not. When I saw the topic, I was actually about to go out,
Why
because
is
it's really
everybody
not a
about to go out? You see, that's
it's
why I
really
say
not a pleasant thing to talk
these
about.
are difficult issues of life we go through. We cannot be in denial of this aspect of life, and that's why we're here to talk about it on Inside. Let's talk
Exactly.
about it so we can heal.
Exactly. It's hard to talk about, but we have to talk about it because it's part of our life.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of our life.
Whether we talk about it or not, is still going to happen tomorrow. Even it keeps happening. Whether loss of person, loss of property, loss of business, it's part of day-to-day life. Oh, I don't have any more space in my box, unfortunately. So
Don't
maybe,
worry, when I finish, I'll come down.
yeah, okay, please. I don't mind. Let's share enough today. Thank you.
I could just come
I can
down
come
now.
down. I can
Okay,
come down
okay.
as well.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Susan.
I'll
Thank
still
you.
be here.
Thank
That's
you.
fine. All right. Drop me off.
Don't bring him yet until I finish. Oh.
Why? He's not coming to fight you, is he? Let me try
Hello,
Anna.
ladies. Leaving from here.
Good evening, Lady
Okay.
Place.
As I was saying,
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
it might be difficult for a lot of people to heal. Some might even need to go through therapist or therapy to get over it. Depends on that. If there is one thing I fought mostly when I experienced all the losses I experienced in my life, is not to lose connection with God.
It's hard, but
Um, it's really hard, because the first loss I experienced as an adult was my mom's, and for some reason, I questioned God a lot. I questioned God to the extent I was going to church, but I was not in connection. So I was going to church for the fun of it.
wow.
Yeah, I was going to church for the fun of it, just to mark attendance. And because I attend a white garment church. We play a lot of drums.
Yeah.
So I want to go and dance. That's all I'm going for.
Is that your own way of dealing with the grief? Or you're not
I said
even
I'm
dealing?
I said I don't want to speak to God at all. You think I'm joking?
I get you.
Because how could I serve you all my life? How could my mom serve you all the time I knew her? How could we pray, fast, do everything, and then she still left? When you know you will take her. That was my question. When you know you will end up taking her, why let us waste money? Why let us waste time? Why let us waste emotion? All those kind of questions.
Yeah.
Oh, my people, it took a while. A whole while.
Yeah.
I it got to a stage I was like, I know I was just there. I was just there, like just there. But as time goes on, I was able to get over it, understand. And how did I manage? How did God help me? It's still God that still helped me because it's still in
Okay.
worship. There's one thing I never missed. That's why there's something about, you see, when they say faith comes by hearing and hearing, it's not just when they preach. Because as at the time, if you are preaching to me about how faithful, how good God is, I'm on my phone playing games.
Wow.
I was born in a Christian home, grew up as a Christian child all my life. So I expected that.
At least, you know,
Yeah. So you are not telling me the same God is faithful?
it's not by works of righteousness, if only.
No, I know,
I
but
know, I know, I know.
how do you
Even
tell a grieving person that do, it's
yeah,
not, oh, the reality is not aligning?
at all.
That's why I said these laws we want to talk about, are we really sure? Because it's deep. The reality of what you are preaching is not aligning. Yes, you say God is faithful. Yes, we didn't deny that. But in this reality now, it's not. That's not what it's saying. That's not what the reality is saying. The reality is saying what you are saying is not true. But it takes a person who have a deep relationship with God to understand that even in any situation, He is still faithful. It takes somebody who has a deep understanding of God to know that even in any kind of situation, He is still faithful. The day I actually really, really, really broke down in worship was the day, for some reason, I think I was just there thinking about everything. And you know, when you felt a hand wrapped around you, that day I was broken. And from that day, my relationship started with God started reviving.
Wow.
Was it really easy? Nah. Nah. Because it wasn't just, we didn't just lose her, we lost money, we lost time. I had a brother that dropped out of school. A lot happened during that time. So the question was if she was still go. So I always, since then, I always say to God, if any of my loved one, if I hear that any of my loved one is sick, my first prayer is, God, if at the end of the day you will still take this person, please don't let us lose money, waste emotion, waste time. See, if your loved one is sick, they are not just the one sick. Your finance is sick, your time is sick, your emotion is sick, your prayer life is sick. Now, after that, they now end up going. It will take God to revive all those time and everything.
Yeah.
Because that time you spent, I can't, let me not use the word wasted, that time you spent taking care of them, fighting and doing everything, you can't take it back. You can't take it back. And you see, that first experience made me have this prayer every time I hear any of my loved ones say, I always say, God, if at the end of the day, don't let them, even the pain they go through, don't let them go through that pain. Just take them easily. if at the end of the day it will end there, because you are not just dealing with the loss of that human now. You are dealing with your finance
Yeah.
that you don't know how long it will take for it to be balanced. Your emotions, some takes years to heal, some it takes a lot. Your time, everything. So the loss is not just life now, it's a lot surrounding it. So the question is it not better to just say, okay, if at the end of the day we end up there, it's better for them to go easily. But we can't always have it like that. I'm just saying that's what
Of
led me to
course.
that kind of prayer
And thinking, yeah.
and thinking, because it was not easy. Now, because of that,
Thank you.
over over a decade or a decade and a half after, when my dad passed, oh, did I cry? Did I deal with it? Yes. But did I deal with it better than the first one? Of course I did. Of course I did. Was it painful? Oh, very painful. Very, very painful. But because I knew what it took me. There's difference between you having God, and there's difference between, because you are upset for some reason, you drift out by yourself. Yes, he's still there guiding and everything, but because you are not in connection, you won't even hear when he's telling you, don't go there, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. You will make a lot of mistakes. So because of the things I experienced during that time, I was able to deal with the second one better. Not because it was easy, and like I said, what helps me most is worship.
So,
I'm sorry.
sorry to cut you. Just to buttress this fact, because one of the things I said is this kind of loss, no matter what the loss is, will bring about growth. And from this thing you're sharing with us now, I believe has brought growth, because when the first one happened, you were like lost all over the place. But after a while, you overcame the feelings, all of those things. And then the second time around, I mean, after years, it happened, you were not as lost as the first time. So you've grown to a level to dealing with loss. Yeah?
My lady, but at the same time it still depends on individual.
Individual. Okay.
Not everybody
Thank you,
gets to
very good.
experience growth.
Thank you, Sandra. Yeah.
Not everybody gets to experience growth. Some people actually go down the hill from
I
that
know.
loss.
I know. I know. Thank
I
you.
was blessed. I was blessed enough to be able to grow out of it. But some people don't have, oh, thank you, my lady, don't have the privilege, or don't get to be able to grow out of it like that.
I know.
That's why, if you are right, worship is actually a weapon. And for some reason, be- based on my background, I love to sing hymns. Not all worship gets me connected like that, but hymns, there are some hymns that no matter how you go through it, the first day, when my dad passed, you see, when my mom passed, I cried all through, every minute. If we watched film and there is something similar to that situation in that film, from the beginning to the end of that film, I'm crying. So throughout that moment, that period, you don't get, anybody around me don't get to watch any movie that is emotional, any movie that has to do with heartbreak, any movie that has to do with loss, any movie that has to do with you talking. You know when you are making the people around you uncomfortable,
Yeah.
because there are some things they will want to do, but it will trigger something in you. So because of you, they won't do it. So I looked around and I realized, and the way I snap at a lot of, if you tell me something, You don't know. And I the same way I snap, I will still be, I can still be quiet to let you make your mistake. I just lost myself.
I
But
get
all thanks to God. Now, when the second one happened, oh, it was painful. But when it was through worship, it was through worship that God helped me to heal. Was I able to read the Bible? Forget about it. I can be playing the Bible, reading beside me. I'm not the one reading the Bible. The Bible is reading itself to me. But still, if you ask me what did they say next, I did not understand.
You were not even listening, were you?
It's not because I was not listening. It's just that me and my listening is not in the same place. So,
In fact, I get
yes, my lady, word of God heals. It's just that there are some moments for some of us, it keeps playing in my background. That's why I said faith comes by hearing. I'm not listening, but my subconsciousness is connected. But when it comes to worship, I'm both conscious and unconscious anytime. It helps me because through worship there are words of God in worship that you get connected to. Pray. You are talking about prayer. I cannot pray around that period. I can't. I'll be lying if I say, oh, I can pray. Mm-mm. In fact, when my dad passed, my friend Adaza, she don't even know how to talk to me. She will just wake up and say, "Hello, Debbie, how are you? Do you want? Should I warm your food, or should you don't like that one? Okay, yes, because she don't even know how to say. She don't know to say sorry, or you know. And sometimes when she wants to pray or she wants to play any worship, she will look at me. I will have to say, okay, go ahead. So because I don't want the same thing to repeat itself, I had to, I have to pray myself out of the first one. That way, when the second one happened,
Okay, Sandra, thank you so much.
oh,
Oh, she said she has to go now. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm
oh
so
wow,
sorry.
and I'm rounding up now. Oh,
Do you want me to give you a minute after Debbie? I can let you speak before you drop off. Is that okay?
please.
Please, Sandra, can you say another 1 minute or two, please? Yes, Sandra, can you hear me, please? I've got my daughter here. Okay, all right then. Okay, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. 1 second, I'll drop you now. Just a minute. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I don't know why this one is changing. Is she still there? I think I've dropped her. Okay, Debbie, are you still there?
Yeah, I was waiting for her.
Yeah, it's okay. No,
So
she's dropped off. Yeah.
that was
Thank
how
you,
I was.
Sandra. Thank you for stopping by.
That's how I was able to get over it. So when the second one happened,
Yeah.
I was able to deal with it better. I was able to deal with it better, knowing that there is no amount of crying that could change the situation. There is no amount of emotion, tantrum
Yeah.
you throw that could change the situation. What do? You learn to live with it, accepting the reality and moving on. How the best way is making sure that you stay connected
Indeed.
with God. If you are a Christian, even if you are a Muslim, as long as you believe in something, whatsoever you believe in, stay connected with whatever makes you feel good at that time. Try as much as possible to surround yourself with people of positive thinking, positive mind, because not everybody is good to be around you when you are grieving. Yes, a lot of people don't know when or how to deal with someone grieving.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, especially some Christians.
They it's like everything is saying is just wrong. And
It's not. It's,
they
it's
mean
not. It's like
well. They mean well,
everything they
but
are saying, my lady. It's not. It's like everything they are saying is wrong.
I know.
How will you tell a girl? Okay, few years ago, something happened. There's this. My pastor in my church. Yeah, she passed of cancer. Oh, I cried. Oh, because of the love. Everybody missed her. And then for some reason, we now 2 years after we had an event in church. The daughter came, so they did 1 minute silent for the mother. She sees everything, and the girl got emotional. She went to the backside of the church. So immediately I saw her. I've been there, so I know that feeling. I went to her. I was just there, but I didn't say anything. I was just there, worship, pray, worshiping, singing worship over her and praying over her. And
Thank
then
you.
these adults came,
Rainmaker, I see you.
and these adults came, and they were like, ah, you know, you will get over it. You need to be strong. You need to be that. I looked at them,
Seriously?
and I was even giving them eye, like they kept going. You see, when they left, I looked at the girl. When she finished crying, I was like, my dear, look at me. This feeling is very valid. Don't let anyone guilt trip you. This emotion you are having now is very, very valid. Take your time to heal. Don't let anyone rush you to heal. Make sure as you are healing, don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, don't lose your God. But take your time. It's valid. Don't be forced to get to forget or to move on. Take your time, a step at a time, one day at a go. Girl look at me, she said, auntie, she said, I've been there. If I'm telling you, oh, don't cry, don't do this, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. It's normal for you to cry. The earlier you even do the crying,
The
the
better
better
for
for
you.
you. So cry it when you feel like crying. If you are there are days that I will be worshiping and I cry, let it go. Because if you don't cry now, the emotion is still there.
Yeah.
That emotion is still there. So let it flow. Just take your time. As long as you are conscious of not losing yourself and not losing God. Don't lose your connection with God and don't lose yourself while you are doing it. Be conscious of your health while doing it. Be conscious of your health. And for anyone here, if you are experiencing any loss and you happen to be the eldest child, I have a message for you. You are not anybody's mother. I know you want to look after your siblings, but please look after
Elder is
yourself.
speaking, or
Look after yourself. Don't lose yourself while you are trying to carry it, while you are trying to be strong for everybody. You are also a child of that man or that woman that passed.
wow.
Let your emotion flow. You are human. Don't be strong for everybody or anybody.
Be strong for yourself first.
If you want to be strong for yourself. Don't be strong because of anybody. Leave it. Let that emotion, let that crying come. Because if you don't let it come, your healing might be slow.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the one that is elder. You know, when it comes to elder sister or elder brother, once their parents, but they'll say, you are not the mother of your
It's
siblings.
automatic.
That nonsense African
It's automatic. In fact, they
thinking.
don't even tell you anything. You know. You know.
Please, it's not really healthy because
No.
that person is also a child of that parent. You don't let them heal. It doesn't allow them to heal. It doesn't allow them to express their emotion and any expression bottled in can turn to something else. So let the emotion flow. Let it flow. When you need to cry, cry. Don't cry hiding. If you need to cry in front of everybody, you too cry. As everybody is crying, be crying with them. Hey, I have seen it. I have seen it.
I know. Tell me about it.
Every day I have to be calling my elder sister from here. Imagine calling her from here every day. How are you? How is your mental health? How are she'll be still be the one to say, okay, how are you doing? Have you done? I'll be like, hello, how are you?
Oh, wow.
Every time it got to say, I'm like, madam, I think you need to go on holiday. Because she's carrying everything, everybody. She couldn't settle down to express her emotion as everybody is doing.
She had to
No
be
be the same,
strong.
no
Strong
be
for
the same womb
everybody.
all of us come out.
I wonder.
Did we not come out from that same womb? The parent that passed, is it not our parents? Is it just us? So please, and we need to stop and telling people, don't cry, be strong for your people, be strong for the people. Let that person cry. Let them cry. Let them experience the emotion.
Debbie, you missed my talk. I said Jesus wept. If Jesus can weep, who are we not to cry? Jesus is even a man, and they'll be telling men
Exactly.
not to cry. Please suck it up,
They
hold
will
it
say,
in.
because you are because you are a man.
No, please.
So man don't have emotion.
Mm-mm.
Man don't have emotion. If a woman needs kidney and a man is a match, would they not use it?
In fact, no, please, men.
So
We are appealing to you, men. Oh, cry on your wife's shoulder. Oh, cry on your
elder
sister's
siblings,
shoulder.
men and elder siblings, cry, cry.
It's just
Let that
ridiculous
emotion flow. Don't bottle it in. It's not good.
at all.
It's not good. Don't bottle it in. Don't be strong for anybody. If you need to be strong for yourself. You are also human. And for everyone going through any loss, may God Almighty heal you,
Amen.
comfort you, console you. May the balm of Gilead be poured on your wound. Either you've lost money, you've lost one or the other, on one person, one loved one or the other. May God Almighty embrace you with his hands of righteousness. May he heal your wound in the name of Jesus. May God restore everything that needs to be restored in the name of Jesus. I rest.
Thank you, Debbie. But for time, I because you've said a lot, and it's relating to death as well of a loved one. Maybe if time permits, when everybody have spoken, I really want you, or if nobody else will address that particular loss, and I'm referring to loss of a business, because that also can, can drive some people to the other
My
side of
lady,
the road.
I just didn't want to take our time. I have
No,
experienced
I
that
know.
part.
So that's why I said if time, if there's still time and nobody talks about business, because I want us to balance it. Like I said, when you see the topic, the obvious one is death, which everybody, well, most people will be able to relate with. But in my talk, I gave other aspects of loss or losses, whichever one now. And yeah, death is the most paramount one, but there are other things that people lose that can actually cause grief and all of those things as well. So, but all the same, thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm gonna come to you, Leslie. I'm gonna come to you. I don't know. Okay, no, I dropped off Sandra. Leslie, good evening. I hope you are good. If you're chopping some vegetable, please let's chop together so whilst you're talking, so that will make it faster. Good evening. I hope you're good. Welcome. Okay, you have to unmute to speak.
Sorry.
It's all
I
right.
think
All right. People are forgetting to press their mic.
I was enjoying Debbie's submission tonight. It was just on point. It was just a lot of fire points she brought tonight. I just loved everything she was saying. It was fire. Just and the thing about the eldest child. I've seen that. even my family. So yeah, that I'm not the oldest, thank God, but I've seen that,
It's a lot,
and
yeah.
it's not helpful. It's not helpful. It's definitely not helpful. I think I shared earlier on in the comments when you started this thing, and I have a similar situation with Debbie. When my father passed, this is this is over 20 years ago now. It was kind of devastating because, let me just put it this way, for for a very long time, we're not we're not close.
Exactly.
When my parents divorced in '86, that's a really long time now. When they divorced, it was a very acrimonious one. And the separation, by the time the whole thing went through the court process, it was very difficult, and our lives changed because that him getting remarried and the whole thing that entered it. So we became estranged, and I think by the time we go to secondary school, he threw all of us into boarding school. So, and not only just in the boarding school, but made sure it was in the village in Nigeria, in the east, so far away.
Wow.
And so it really, the divide was like locked. So you can imagine him having three sons. He had a fourth son, which was with my stepmom, but all three sons completely broken away. Just the division, and it was like a war in our home. So when he passed, we had this miracle, a major miracle. By the time I was already a believer, and the final 2 years before he passed, we became great friends, like very close. It was like from night to
I
day.
remember you shared
God,
that.
yes. So when he passed, the thing just threw me for six. Like, it just devastated me to the point that it was so, I didn't know it was so bad until 4 years before I first cried for him.
Thank you, Lady Karen.
That's how. And by that time, because I didn't know that, this is why again I recommend therapy, because people keep saying, but this is why I recommend, because it was after that situation that I finally went into for therapy, because I think my the person that's my wife, then we were just started dating. She was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, you don't cry at all. Like, are you that hardened?" And I didn't know that. I found out later on in therapy that I just had my emotions had become damaged from the years of my parents, the separation, my dad, and then boarding school just finished it off. Like, literally, like they beat me to numbness. So I just didn't have that emotional feeling anymore. And yeah, it was from there I discovered, it was during the therapy sessions that I discovered, oh, this is why I just was struggling to show any emotions, and why my father's death was such a difficulty for me. So yeah, I do understand that, and it's amazing that therapy. This was almost 5 years after he passed, that it really now began to address some very deep-seated issues and situations in my life that I didn't even know. I'd never addressed them. I just never thought of them, and began to unpack them and go through it. And then last year my mom passed, and that was also really tragic. But the funny thing was, this time around, I was just better. I don't know, did I say prepared?
That's
You
the
know,
word. It's growth. You grow.
yeah.
Yeah, is a sort of a growth. Yeah, that's just it, really.
And it just reminds me, it just reminds me of this scripture about that there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace, and so on and so on. And I think it's important that in the grief situation, it's important. I think one of the biggest things I learned for my dad's passing and for my mom's passing is that you got to grieve. You got to grieve them. You got to, because that's the consequence of love is pain. When they go, you will feel the pain because you love them. You cared for them. So you've got to grieve them. That's the consequence of love that we don't sometimes remember, that you're going to grieve them. and you must take that time to grieve.
Yeah.
It's something that, in going through my father's situation, that took a very long time. When it came to my mom, it was like, I had no problem crying for my wife. I just let it rip.
Been there, done that.
No, I just let it rip, and she was like, hey, I thought this man was, I thought this man was Iron Man.
That's my man. Oh, hold it together. No, please.
No. Me, I had no, and my wife knew. She knew the relationship I had with my mom was a very
Close one.
difficult one.
Oh, difficult.
It wasn't, we weren't close. My mom and I were not close, and it was because of the divorce. So, in a sense, my mom kind of looked at her sons, us, the sons she had though, with my dad, as almost like, when I see you, I see your father. So it's almost like I project on you
Yeah.
because I can't do it to your dad, kind of thing. So we had a very funny relationship. My mom would come to me for money without regard. After that money has been collected, though, I don't want to know you kind of behavior. And we got to a point where we got used to it.
Yes.
It would be like, okay, that's just the way she sees me. You're good for the money, and that's it. I don't really want to know you on that level. And we did try for a while to bring her close, but she just wouldn't connect. But the reason why this was kind of painful was because we were preparing to now do something for her, whether she liked it or not. We're already preparing to make something for her, and we had started getting some of our family members involved. We were preparing it because we had already gone through some process, not with her, but something I'd finished dealing with, come out of it, and now we were beginning to recover. So we thought, okay, let's get this thing done. And then the next thing we heard, she just passed, and she had passed when my son's birthday, just a few days. In fact, it was actually 2 days after his birthday, she passed. So it was tinged with, a lot of sadness because there were just some things that we felt, I needed to put it together. And that's the part I want to get to, was this time around, I actually went for grief counseling. I specifically went because I already knew I don't want to go through what I went through with my dad. I said, no, I got children now, I got a family, and I already know the process, but I also knew there were some things that were becoming very difficult because of my brothers and the relationship we had and how they dealt with certain things. And it was in that grief counseling, and I'm very grateful to God, that there was a statement my counselor made. She said, she told me, she said, if you did everything in that situation and this part didn't work here, that's out of your control, and this part didn't work here, out of your control, but this part you did. She said, she said, celebrate that, and thank God for the memories you had with her. And it really helped me to deal with my brothers, to deal with the situation that was causing the grief to becoming much more painful than it was. It was like an added thing where, my wife was like, you just look like you want to hurt somebody because you didn't do this for your mom, and you are holding these guys, your brothers, partly responsible for that situation. And I'm grateful for that grief counseling, that it helped me. It was about 3 days before the counselor said, you know what, I think you're good. But it was a 3-day situation, and I'm very grateful for that. I would say I have one for business because I do business, and I'm grateful for that. And I will share this one for business because that one I had mentors to help me deal with the first business I lost. And I'm actually grateful for that business, because that very first business that I felt, this was going to be it. It was, I'd gone to school for this, I'm definitely an expert, and it just didn't work out. It was almost like, when I look back, that business experience was like a seed for the very things today that we are now able to enjoy in our company. And I look at that experience, that loss was actually something that was like given to God, a seed that was buried and now became a harvest that we are enjoying today. And I'm grateful because of the mentors I had that helped me navigate that process and not get bitter about certain people that I was working with at the time. And like there was one particular mentor, he was a white guy. He'd been in business for about 40 years. And he told me, he said, this is part and parcel of. He said, if you cannot handle loss and risk, if you cannot handle loss, risk, and failure, you're not going to really handle the growth of your business, because those are all factors to help you.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful, because if I didn't have this particular mentor in that situation, only God knows what would have happened with those people, with the situation and how things were. But I am very grateful that because of those mentors I had, that loss became the ground,
Like
the
the
seed that was
foundation.
planted. Yeah, the foundation for everything else. Even how we handle finances today was because of that first major business we did. Most of the experiences that I enjoy today, most of the principles and the systems that we've built came from that first business venture that didn't work out well. But if I didn't go through that process, I don't know if I would be able to handle the things we do today and handle them in such a way that we're not, people don't scare us, all those kind of things. We're able to let people, things don't hold on to, we don't hold on to things. Just learn to let things go and move on. But like, God has got something better. So that is that experience was very helpful. It was very helpful. But at the time, it was painful. It was painful.
Of course, because it was
At the
raw.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, at the time. So I hope that it helps people. And this is in terms of business. I just want to put it out there. Don't be afraid of loss in business, because trust me, there's much, much more. If you are able to handle that situation, learn what you need to learn from that situation. Trust me, you have another opportunity, another season will come, and you will find yourself you will actually be better prepared and handle that situation much better than if you hadn't gone through that process. So I just hope that helps. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Leslie. Yeah. Business. It can mess somebody up, especially when you've invested all that you have into that business. And now, poof, just like that, it's gone. Hey, some men will almost go cuckoo. Let's not even go there. So it can actually mess somebody up. And if you don't have the right support network, it makes it even harder. It makes it harder. And healing would take longer and all of that. So if you don't have the right support network, like I would say, just like Leslie shared, go for therapy, pay for it, because you'll be better off for it, really. And I mean, this person, you may never see them again, because you might say, oh, if I tell my friend now, they will look at me as failure, they will judge me, then go to a professional and process things so that you don't keep suffering needlessly. Because some people, they'll wake up, they can't breathe, panic attacks and all sorts, just because you've lost that business. So you don't want it to get to that level where it starts affecting your health, and you can't even think to see the next opportunity in front of you. So you need to be mindful. Let's address things. That's why we're talking about it here. Whatever the loss, like I said, that thing is gone. You don't have it anymore. It would have a toll on you. It would take a toll on you, whether it's a loved one, a business, a family friend, family member, or anything really. Anything you lose would take a toll on you. So now it depends on you as a person, just like Debbie said, your personality, because we're all different. Some people, they might be very emotional. Everybody know this one emotional, but at a loss of a business, you just find out that they're like, okay, that's the mistake. Oh, this, and they're going, and you are even scared for them. So we all have our weaknesses, we have our strengths. However, when you're going through a loss, yeah, even if it's not something deep, you've lost something, and you might just need to share or express what you're feeling, so that it doesn't really come back affecting you or your health, your mental well-being, and all of that. It's very important, and that's why we're talking about this today. Again, if this is triggering for you, any sort of emotions that you feel it's overwhelming, please reach out to me. Let us talk about it. We'll find space, talk about things, get it over with. If you want to cry, trust me, I think my shoulder is big enough. So, whatever it is you need in terms of counseling, please do reach out. Let's help one another and God helping all of us. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing. So, surely I'm coming to you. Ah, no, 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 please. I noticed somebody dropped. I was wondering who that was. Surely, I hope a call did not just come in when we're about to call you, because I don't want to leave you hanging there and then somebody else is talking. Because when I see this coffee mug, I don't know, it just does something to me. I'm like, why? Why? Okay, Surely, can you speak or not? If I cry, you will wipe my face with money. She has come again. Oh, actually, yes. Should we have £1 coin? We have £2 coin. It's still money. I will wipe your face. Don't worry. Well done. Click is laughing. So I'm gonna come to Kenneth because I think Asholi may be receiving everybody's receiving call. Kenneth, don't run away. We're here. Good evening, Kenneth. How are you?
Good evening, host, and good evening, everyone. Thank God, another new week. We give God our praise, we give God adoration for this week.
Thank God.
We thank God for the life of everyone, the experience of dealing with the loss.
I know.
Ah,
It's okay, Debbie. Come.
what a life we are living.
I know.
It's something unforgettable. It's something no matter what you put in together, that person you can't see that person again until the last day where we will meet again.
I know.
You know, I like the way that Debbie has narrate everything, which in life, if you have not experienced these things, you will feel that what people are saying maybe it's what they are seeing in a movie, or you're by saying it. But when you experience it, you will understand the pain and the pain of loss, somebody that you love or somebody that is close to you. I think my own case, it's about 28 years now, 93 till now. So at times when I think the memory, when I remember, I say I wish you were here to see what I am today. But all this because it's somebody that care that don't want to see you go in pain, but it's may so rest in peace. In short, my dad was so lovely that when he hear that I'm crying or anything, he want to know what is wrong with me, and he must make sure that I'm all right, because and I think that caused the jealousy that I have with the rest of my sibling, because he's so care about me so much. So it's like they don't know why am I the only child, or why is it so care, why is it so concerned. Because I remember when I'm growing up, the rest can eat together, but he must make sure that my mother cook my own pot of soup separate, because I cannot follow them to drink. But it's so painful when you hear people telling you about the dealing with the loss. It's so emotional. It's something we can never forget. It's something that we don't have to ask God why. We don't have to ask God why, because God they know the best. Because I wish it don't happen. One thing I always tell my children, I wish I didn't lose my father early age. I don't think I will be strong today, and I don't think I will be that man that God wants me to be, because I know the going was not easy, up and down, challenges, betrayal everywhere, to the extent that we were living good, they worried by then. To the extent the brothers came and said, okay, it's time for you guys to sell this house and go to the village. It's only the elder one that stood up to say, no, these children has been living all their life in worry. There's no way they can go back to Edo State, which they are not used to. So then you will see the true color, and you see the true character of those one he calls his brother, and for those one he care for, those one is doing everything for. Then you will see the true character, the one that will come to say, "Oh, I'm the turn. It's my turn for your mother," all those kind of things, all those behavior that they used to do in those days. After you lost, we say, "Yes, it's my senior brother. Now it's my turn." All those superstitious belief. I don't know where they get that from. So many things, so many emotional drama that when I was growing up that I witnessed. But all I have to say that God always makes things to happen so that you will be aware for people around you. Because if things like that don't happen, you will not know the true one that they say that they are your brothers or they are your cousin or uncle. You don't know the character. Because I remember when one of my elder brother, when he graduated from the is it yes for the uni for Ekoma, he went to stay with one of my father junior brother, and that one was just using it to this boy thing, washing his car, drive.
House help.
Hoping that he's going to look for job, hoping he's going to look for job, hoping he's going to get in a good job. But at the end, after some years, he know that this man was just using it. He decided to come back to home and say, this is not what I expect from my dad brother. That's why I say so many betrayals, so people that you put hope. That's why I always tell people now, with those things that I saw while growing up, I don't rely on people. I don't put my trust on man. I only put my trust on God. Because why? It's the only one that can help you. And the people, most of the time, when you lost your loved one, when you're dealing with this loss, the people that you put up so much, the people that you think that they're going to lift you up, the people that you think that are going to take you to the next level, they are not the one. They are not the one that they will be the one to betray you. They will be the one to bring you down. They will be the one to make you feel that you are not important to the society, because that thing that they are getting before, they are not getting it anymore. That's to show the true color and the true behavior character of everyone that is living. At times we might feel that losing our loved one, we can't do anything or we can't move forward anymore. No, but that is we where God now come in, where God now step in into the matter. Because by then you begin to know how to order your step, where and where to go, where and where to look for help. Because those that you are putting your trust on, they already betray you. That's to tell you that we don't put our trust in man, we put our trust in God. So dealing with this loss of a thing is a very, very painful thing that we on earth we must go through it. And I remember one footballer they called in Italy then, is a Brazilian footballer, they call it Adriano. It was very good striker, very good footballer then. But the moment he heard that his dad passed on, everything concerning that footballer team today is now a drunkard in this. It can turn you to something you don't expect, something you don't plan for. But when you look up to God, that is why God will not step in to order your steps, to direct you. Because if you don't know God at that time, might go into frustration, you might go into depression, might go into anxiety, name them. That is why before you start dealing with your loss, try to understand what God said concerning this thing. They are not there, they are just sleeping. They are not there. They are still there.
We have
They are
that.
still there. They are still there looking at you. They are still there directing you. At times I do see in a dream, I do see my dad will come and tell you, don't do this thing. That step that you are trying to, you will think that these people are not there. They are there. They are there listening to all your conversation. What you need to be doing for them is just to be saying a prayer. Lord, accept the soul. Let them be in the right place. Because most of our parents, we know most of them are not born again, but we only pray to God that wherever they are, Lord, accept the soul. They are there. They are there to direct we that here on earth now. And if they are there now, for us to order our footsteps, for us to live the right way that God wants us to live here on earth. So dealing with the loss is something that is so painful, we can never forget it. But with the help of God, we can only overcome it. And by so doing, God Almighty will continue to protect each and every one of us that is here on earth, and see our loved ones through in the name of Jesus. God bless you, woman of God.
Thank you. Wow. You know, I've just discovered two things. Kenneth, when you were speaking, you said something like they wanted to take you back to Edo State. I'm like, hey, Kenneth, because I see on your name, your birthday is December 12th, 12/12. Do you know my husband is from Edo? And his birthday is 11/12. So I'm like, are you sure people you're not related? We need to go and check more. We need to go and check and be sure. Maybe I'm actually talking to my brother-in-law now. Who knows?
We are all one.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. We really appreciate that. You know, it's emotional, really. It's emotional. Whatever it is you've lost, like I said, you can feel emotion, physical pain, or whatever it is. But whichever way we need to deal with it, we can't just ignore. We can't be in denial, because these things, it won't go away unless you address it. It will not go away unless you deal with it. And then, like we've been saying, it depends on your personality. If you're the one that just want to leave it there for now, before you realize something that you should have, overcome, you're still struggling with it 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, just because you choose to bottle things up or not talk to anyone about it, feeling you're going to handle things yourself. I get it. There's certain things you can handle yourself, but there's certain things you need help. We need help. And some of us, it's not really pride or ego. We just find it hard to ask for help, no matter how little or how big. It's not in our nature. We just feel when things happen, we deal with it on our own and all of that. Even when people want to come and help you, you still say, no, I'm fine, I'm okay, and all that. But in the long run, you're suffering in silence. And that's one of the reasons we're here talking about this, so that you don't suffer in silence. So that you don't suffer needlessly. Get help if you must. Don't bottle things up. Do not ignore it, because it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So it's better we face it head on. If you have to cry it out. If you have to scream, whatever you need to do to relieve you and get going on that healing path. The Lord will strengthen everybody. So that's everyone. They've shared you've all shared your submissions. I get it. I don't know if Debbie still want to go into that business bit, because I think Leslie mentioned business as well. I'm trying to think of other life examples apart from death, business. I've shared a friend, even sibling. I grieved, not in terms of death, as in life happened like everybody for almost 5 years, not in talking terms, because life happened. And then after a while, trying to come back together about within that 5 years, you think about it, oh, life, what would life be if you were in that good relationship and all of that. So it's a kind of loss, because it comes to mind. You think about it. Sometimes you want to pick the phone to call, whether they've blocked you or you've blocked them or something. So these are fine, they're not dead, but then they're not in your life, or you're not in their life. And you tend to wonder, I hope they're good, their family and all of that. But because the relationship has been strained so bad, everybody needed to give each other space. So I get it. It's a kind of loss as well. And God helping you, you're able to, come back together and try to work things out. But sometimes these things doesn't happen. I've heard so many cases like that. I'm like, just like who was saying that we came from the same womb. The fact that I came from the same womb does not mean it's going to be honky-dory, relationship. Things happen, life happens. So, like I said, whatever the loss, grieve it. Don't be in denial, because it's not going to help you. These things are matters of the heart, matters of the mind. And when your heart is not at peace, your mind is not at peace, you struggle with day-to-day living, even whether you see that or not. So God helping us, let's be mindful. And we've expanded this talk. We've talked so much. I don't know, Debbie, are you still available to share that? Surely.
Yeah, my lady.
Oh, okay. Are you ready to come back? Surely, let me know so that I'll bring you back. Or send an invite and I'll bring you back up so you can share because you've been in the box for so long and our baby is sleeping now. So everybody, let's be quiet. No, you have to whisper to talk now. You don't want to wake baby. No, just kidding. So please send me
I have a question.
please go ahead, go for it.
So my question is, would you say that in situation of loss, I don't mean apart from like, we talked, it might not be death alone. Do you think it's part of God's plan? Like, would you say, oh, God allowed this to happen, or God wanted us this to happen? Or, I mean, what would you say? Is this part of, yeah, that's what I wanted to just ask. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Eseklik. I think you've answered yourself in a way. God does as it pleases. He would have mercy on those. He would have compassion on those whom He chooses. And you know what? I'm gonna mute you 1 second, and I come to you, Asholi. The truth of the matter is, I said something when I was giving my talk. Good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. You cannot really explain it, but if you're the type that you're what's the word? You're aware of life generally, you would have seen some awkward patterns. It's beyond us as human beings. It's beyond anyone really. Fine, bad things may want to happen. We'll pray, God will hear, and it's okay. People come share testimonies because some people, like I was explaining my sister on the life support machine. We've had people on life support machine and they took the machine off. For whatever reason, they start breathing again. You've heard of cases where people are traveling on the road, even the believers who pray, fast, give tithe, do all of those things, that you would almost say nothing bad should happen to them. They are the ones that will travel maybe by road. They will have accident. Every other person will be okay, but them, not that they will lose their life, probably they will lose their limb or arm or whatever it is. They will lose something, and you'll be wondering. And this person to me even want to question God. Okay, Eseklik, do you know the story of Job in the Bible? God even knew about that. Why did God allow that? But in the end, if you go towards the end of Job's story, he got double for his trouble. And I want to tell you that the city or the village or the town Job was, everybody knew him to be a wealthy man. They all saw the calamity. In fact, his wife said, curse God and die. They saw that, but nobody ever thought anything good will come out of Job's life again. And that's why we're encouraging one another to have hope. There are many examples in the Bible we can refer to, and this is the nature, of how God works things. Somebody may just lose one thing, and that's the end of them as well. So all of these things, you may want to see it. One thing I say to people, even there's some questions I cannot have answer to, or I don't have answer to, I will say, please give your life to Christ. Make sure you make heaven. You see all those questions, let's go to Baba God when the time is right and ask Baba God. If I always say to people who get to listen, one of the reasons I'm so hell-bent, I must make heaven, no? Because my number one question I will ask God, and I'm saying this, it may sound funny, God, in my lifetime, you made me have 4 children. Why didn't my husband have 2? Me too, I have 2, so that we share the pain. Why did you make only me to have 4 children? And you might be laughing. I'm wondering why. We're both married. Fine, a man doesn't have womb. Why did God not put it there? He knows this labor pain will be, and some people even have 8, some have 7. But imagine if the husband had 3 and the wife too have 4. Isn't that balanced? Somebody might say, "For me, are you okay?" So those are questions even me I want to ask God. When you were making man and woman, God, please explain to me what was going on in your mind. What did you... I want to ask him, so I must make heaven. Sometimes we may have answers to these questions. Sometimes we will think and think and think. It's just beyond us. It's just life. However, whatever situation, one thing I believe strongly, no matter that situation, I may not even have the solution. It doesn't mean there is no solution to whatever it is. example, you lost a loved one, or some women who will give birth the first child and they will die. I remembered, and I'm saying this to the glory of God, it's not anything. When I was pregnant with, I think it was the last child, or no, I think it was the last child. I had complications throughout that pregnancy. I was always bleeding. Ambulance today, ambulance tomorrow. They call ambulance. My husband even got tired. Like every other week, you have to call ambulance because I was bleeding and I thought I was losing my baby. So every time we got to the hospital, they would do tests, pa. They say, but they can't explain why I was bleeding heavily, but the baby is intact in my womb. I'm like, that's all I want to hear. Thank God the baby's okay. So one of the times I was admitted in the hospital and they had to pass all of drips, this here and there, because they thought at that time I was going to lose this pregnancy. I don't know how many weeks I was. I was on the hospital bed and my phone rang and I picked up, and it was my younger sister from Nigeria who called. She said, oh, she always say, Auntie me, like that's what she said. Auntie me, have you heard? I said, heard what? She didn't know because I told them, don't tell anybody at home. I don't want anybody worrying. He said, have you heard? I said, heard what? So I didn't tell her I was in the hospital. She didn't know the reason why I was in hospital. She didn't even know anything. And then she said, oh, your God sister, because there's a lady I was so close with, and we've been praying for years and years for her to get married, and settled that she was way older than me, maybe 8-10 years older than me, but she was like a sister. She was there for me, my profession and things. And then my sister called and said, oh, have you heard that this person just passed whilst trying to have her first child? I just screamed in the hospital and those nurses ran to me. Are you okay? Are you okay? They thought the baby had come out of me even. I just screamed, and honestly, I don't know where I found the strength. I'm like, no, I just screamed. And I'm like, here is me, still praying to God with my number 4 baby. That God just see me through and all. I've had 1, 2, 3. This is 4th baby. And now this is my God sister with the first child. I'm like, God, why? You should have taken me. The way we talk. And I'm like, and those nurses didn't know. They quickly checked I was okay. I said, I just heard the news. They took me to the chapel to pray and stuff like that. So you can imagine, how do you explain that? You can't explain it. Do you think the husband wanted that to happen? No. Even her mom, I think her mom was even still alive at the time. So there's certain things in life. Look, we will sit and think and we will never have the answer to them. However, we'll mind ourselves, mind the people around us as much as it lies with us. Help people around you as much as you can. Not that you will help them and now you're suffering yourself, so to say. No, let's balance things. Look after yourself, look after the people around you, such that you will not have regrets in such a way. Imagine you want to have a bottle of water. You're so thirsty, and then there's about 5 people thirsty saying, give me water, give me water. You will have to split that water into 6. Everybody will have a portion. But what we tend to do is we'll just give them that water, they go, and you will almost die of thirst. Look after yourself. This loss we're talking about, it could be something that affects you as an individual. It could be a family loss. It could be whatever. But do you have the right people to say, hold on, my dear, it is well, to say, well done. Don't, if you want to cry here or something. And when you don't have that, the loss seems bigger. The loss seems deeper. Like nobody knows you're going through this. But sometimes you may have to find help to say, guess what? I've just lost somebody. I need somewhere to offload, or I just need a shoulder to cry on. And nobody, as long as they have blood flowing in them, even if they don't understand, I bet they will give you that space to just support you right there and then. I don't know, I've gone back and forth. I don't know if I've answered you, Esther Click, but the long and short is there's certain things in life we may never understand. Even the heavens come down now to explain certain things to us. Do you think we may understand, really? So I don't know if I've answered. If anybody else wants to answer her as well, or we come to
Fine.
Ashli. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Thank you so much. Okay, Asholi, thank God you're back. I hope you're good. Baby's sleeping now, so mommy can talk. And then there is the grief of the special needs parent. Oh, tell me about it, Leslie. I've worked with them in the last year, and sometimes tears will come to my eyes. I wish I could tell what is going on in the minds of this student. There's one I'm working with recently, or currently rather. It just touches something there, and I'm like, God, give me the grace to understand this child, because they can't even speak, but you could see the joy. Oh my God, let's not go there, Leslie, but I do get it. I do get it. God will strengthen everybody in their own space. That's all I can say. Asholi baby, good evening. I say Asholi baby. There's no baby in her name. Oh, please, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. Maybe it's the song Asholi baby, pepe rempe, pepe. I'm singing for you. You're not even on mute. Asholi, surely baby. Can you speak? That's why I had to bring you up, so that it will not be like you only came to give us moral support. Asholi, please.
I'm
Let me
here.
sing for you. Asholi baby, pepe rempe,
Fact,
pepe
I'm
rempe.
dancing.
I hope
Hey,
you're
come
dancing.
on.
Asholi baby,
Yeah.
sugar, 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 sugar.
Sugar,
Baby, you to
sugar.
spray money, spray money. If I spray money now, it will just fall down here. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, we want to hear your views. What's your take about this? Why do you think people often struggle to express, their grief, their loss? Or if you have any other aspect you want to share as well, please feel free to share with us.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
everyone in the house. Good
Is it
evening.
your first time, Ashali?
Uh, Actually, I'm new on this app, and this is my
Oh,
second time of contributing to anything.
so is your
But
first
talking
time here on
about,
Insight?
yes, this is my first time here with you.
Yay. So I take it you followed me. Have I followed you back?
I don't know about
Okay,
that
I'll
yet.
find out. I'll find out. Yeah, it's good to have you, and you're welcome. Good to have you
Thank
here.
you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, SA Click is my friend. She dragged me practically
Oh, okay.
to TikTok.
Good,
Yes.
good. And we hope we'll be seeing more of you too as well.
Yes, in fact, the discussions have been intriguing. Thank you so much.
Thank God. Thank you for stopping by as well. Thank you.
This particular discussion is actually touching a particular area, actually.
Okay. Okay.
I myself have experienced about three losses that are
Oh,
dear to me. The first one I experienced was when I was 12 years old. It was my dad. And I didn't know how to deal with it because at that tender age, I didn't even know what to call myself, or I was trying to understand my left from my right. And my dad was that anchor to me,
wow.
you know, growing up. And I was the pet, the baby, everything in my dad's world. So losing him was like losing the very person that had my back, you know, and that I called my backbone then, because, when daddy's around, nobody touches his pets
I
and
know.
protects him and all of that. So when he left, I was broken, I was torn, and I was questioning the Lord that why would you do this, knowing that this person is really dear to me. And one day I was at redemption camp, and that was in 2002 actually.
Okay.
And I can't remember the message that Pastor Adeboye was preaching. I can't remember what he was talking about at all, but I remembered that when he was making an altar call, I was hearing that, why don't you come and give your life to me? I will be more than a physical father can ever be to you. And then I was like, "Are you sure?" And I just believed that the Holy Spirit was trying to beckon on me to open my heart to the Lord, and that I should allow the Lord to be that more than a physical father can be to me. And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. If you say you would, then I would jump into it because I knew I needed a father. Every child needs a father.
Definitely.
Every child. And then afterwards, life began to happen, and you know, I didn't I didn't really see the, would I say, the physical and spiritual place of God being my father as much as I've experienced him now. I would say that because the second loss I experienced that also hurt me was my niece actually passed, and it was devastating because that was the only child of my brother.
Sorry for the
And
loss.
then, thank you. And then the third loss, which is the most painful one, was my first child, and they were twin boys, and one passed and one remained. And it was I didn't think that I could recover from it. In fact, I am still recovering from it. Talking about it now, I'm a little bit shaky.
It's alright.
I'm still recovering from it, but I didn't think that I could communicate about it and still be whole while communicating about it. Loss is not, nobody enjoys the event when it happens. Nobody enjoys it. I'm even sure that the Lord is not even happy when loss happens to anyone, because in the Bible, when Mary and Martha came to him and said, "Lord, if you had been here 4 days ago, our brother Lazarus would not have died." You know, because he saw that they were weeping, he wept with them. But then he called Lazarus out of the grave, because the Lord he doesn't enjoy, he doesn't like the environment where the people are sad and sorrowful. He's a God of love, and love comes with joy, it comes with peace, and every other good things. So the third loss, which was my first baby, it was, I don't know, it was deep, but the Lord has helped me. He helped me through it. Like I said, I didn't know. In fact, I didn't want to talk to the doctor. I didn't even want to carry my second baby. It's just the one that they said was not here that I wanted to see. I wanted to hold. And what happened was that they had to, would I say, they injected me so that I would become unconscious for a long time till they're able to, settle, you know, do everything that needs to be done and all of that. So it was afterwards that the major surgeon came to break the news to me. And he didn't even break the news to me directly. He was giving me a program and all of that. That he said, if you have two eyes, and oh, and you realize that you cannot open one
Thank
and you
you.
can open the other one, that would you question the one who gave you the opportunity to open one and not open the other? I'm like, what's this man saying? Can you just go and get me my baby? That's what I want. And then afterward, he just walked away, and I just went to bed. I didn't even want to talk to my husband. I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to be in that position of, Lord, why me? Why now? because it was something a joy I was looking forward to receiving into this world, only for it to be dashed. And then, in fact, sometimes till now, I still ask the Lord, what if, what if? But He has helped me thus far to stay with the attitude of gratitude, because then I was expecting two at a time. Now I have three babies to the glory of His name,
Hallelujah to God.
and not that the birth process was easy, but it just helps me to realize that there will be challenges in this life, but I should not be afraid. We are overcomers at the end of it all, you know. And all of these things that we go through is actually to strengthen us, to help us see that He's a good Father. Now, God is not actually the one responsible for the evil that happens to men. The devil is, but God, in His wisdom and His infinite mercy, will always come with a loving Father arms to carry us when we fail, to embrace us when we need it. Like Debbie was saying, that she experienced the embrace while she was worshiping. I could relate with that. Sometimes the place I find strength and solace is the place of worship. Just surrendering it all to the Lord, and just sometimes the pain still comes, but at that time I just sit and talk to the Lord. I just lie down and worship Him. And most of the time, like, I'm giving Him my burden in exchange for His love. I'm giving Him my burden. I'm referencing Him. I'm surrendering
Yeah.
my flesh in exchange for His spirit. And He never fails to fill us up when we do that. So I would say that dealing with loss has not been exactly rosy. It's not rosy to anyone, but God has been faithful. God has been faithful. And then the people that He placed around me, some people might not understand what you're going through. That's the truth. Because I think someone mentioned that for everyone it is different, and it depends on their personality. What how Lady A would deal with loss will be different from how Lady B would. But it all boils down to, don't lose yourself at the expense of what you're going through. Just still find the window to put yourself together and trust God that tomorrow will be better than today. And ultimately, we're not necessarily living for ourselves. We're not necessarily this is all that there is to life. Life is not going to end here. Life is going to be after.
Life after death. Yeah.
Yeah, we're living for the eternal life that we're going to be afterwards. So that actually gives me hope that, okay, even if you think you have, one of the words that I got while I was going through the grief process was that if you think you have lost something, the reason you have not lost everything is because of God. Because the devil, the Bible says that the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. That is his aim. But Jesus said he has come to give us life in abundance. So the devil will definitely come to steal, kill, and destroy. But the reason we have not lost everything that we have is because of God, God's love and His mercy. And that just it keeps me going every other time, it keeps me going. And then when I see my baby sometimes with the distraction, the engagement, the responsibility, the laughs, the crying, the calling of mommy, mommy, sometimes I don't remember. But other times I would remember. I'm human, the thought will come. But when it comes, I try to be in a place of gratitude because it helps a lot. being grateful for what you have as against what you do not have yet. Being grateful for what you have. Because even the Bible says, count your blessings one by one. Because the world is, in fact, I don't know what to say. I think I'm beginning to talk too much. I think we should just end it here. There are a lot of things that I know that we need in life, but if we can think back at what we have, if we can count all the things that we have right now, see that most of what we have right now, they were prayer points some years ago. They were things that we longed for some years ago, and it will put us in a place of
Exactly what I
gratitude.
say.
So right now, dealing with loss, I try to be grateful for what I have, and I try to worship. I try to pray. Sometimes I might not have the right words. I will just cry in that place. The Lord sees my heart. I will just cry there, and I believe that He hears me because I don't leave. I don't leave the same way I came every time.
Thank God.
Every time I come to Him, I don't leave the same. So I think that's how I've been able to deal with it, and I'm still dealing with it till it makes me whole. But I am not the same person I was about 7 years ago. Yeah. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. And whilst you were speaking, I'm gonna sing this song to you. It's an old one. I don't know if you know it. And the song was just, I'm like, should I not? I just heard sing that song to her. He has given me the oil of gladness, a garment of praise instead of ashes. I think of mourning, a shining crown instead of ashes, glory in the place of despair. That's the song that I heard when you were speaking. He has given you the oil of gladness, a garment of praise instead of mourning, a shining crown instead of ashes, glory in the place of despair. That's for you, and I empathize with you, and my prayer is that the Lord will make you whole again, because I do understand. And I mean, words might not even be able to justify anything right now. But thank God you're a person of faith. Thank God, because I'm so happy where you found your strength. There is no better place to find strength, I'm telling you. People may hold your hand, they may be there, cry with you, pray with you, but at the end of the day, they're going to go to their home. They're going to go to where they've come from. Even if they stayed a month, they would go. Where does that leave you? For God is ever present help in times of need. He's ever there. And I'm grateful that you are a testifier. And the Lord can only take you further and further into that place of wholeness in Jesus' name. That's my prayer for you. And thank you so, so much for having the boldness really to come up and share this. I really, really appreciate it. And I want to believe that as many that are listening, that's why I wanted us to touch different aspects of loss. Look, there's always a way out if you're in God's presence. It may take time, it may take a moment, and it might not even take time at all. No matter what on this earth we go through, it doesn't change who God is. He's a loving Father. He's ever ready. As long as you acknowledge Him, He's ever ready to make things better, even better than, whatever loss we may feel we've lost in a way. Of course, when you lose something, like I said, it's no longer there. You will feel it, but God will come and feel it even better for you. You feel good, and then you're able to have that boldness, that courage to say to somebody else going through that you know what? I was once in that spot. I was once the one losing that person or that thing or whatever. Well, guess what? Look at me today. In fact, they'll look at you as this person talking truth now, or what is going on? Because they'll see the joy radiating through you. And you're talking about this loss with all joy, with all confidence, and it will bring hope to whoever is listening. So thank you so much, Asholi. I really, really appreciate you tonight. Thank you. I hope we'll be seeing more of you and Esther Click. I see you people are you clicked onto Inside tonight. And we are grateful. We're grateful to have you on here tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you. Elder Debbie, I'm going to come to you. If not, at least, like I said, Leslie has touched on it. I'm mindful of the time. Can you share it in the next 6 minutes before we round off the night, Debbie, please?
Now,
Yes? You say?
we
Could
are
you not
sharing
share your name?
about business loss. And
Yeah.
now the only thing I hear when you call my name is money, 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 money.
My goodness. I think we need to go and look for a doctor for you now.
No, I'm not money sick.
No, you don't know. Maybe the doctor will diagnose monetization or something.
And money will be the treatment.
Exactly.
Imagine they say every time you see me, you should
I
Ah,
think that Debbie needs to marry investment banker or
no,
oil
no, I
billionaire
don't, I
or
don't need, I don't,
tech billionaire.
Mr.
I think
Leslie,
Debbie should
Mr.
have
Leslie,
been
Mr. Leslie,
a
I don't need the
financial
Lulu money.
person.
I don't want the Lulu money. A lot of investment banker are in the Lulu. The money is not real.
So which one do you want?
The
Which one do
real
you
one
Is it tech billionaire? Tech billionaire? Do you want tech billionaire?
that is already real, not the one in the making.
No, no, seriously, but I just wanted you to share on the loss of business
Eh.
because yeah, I don't want it such that it's death. Of course, that's like I said, is one of the most important. But like I said, there's so many things we can lose in life that can bring this sorrow, sadness, and all of that. So when you say business, some people might be there. It could just even be their first business and they've lost it already and they're like afraid or they're scared. Oh, there's no hope for them in terms of business and all of that. So if you don't mind sharing the business, loss, if you don't mind, otherwise, yeah, we'll call it a night, really.
Seriously. I think when it comes to
Thank you, Asholi. Thank you. Yeah.
business loss,
Mm.
mm,
Well, okay, let me interview you. So,
yeah.
Debbie, when you lost the business, what was going through your mind? What were you feeling?
Okay, let me put it this way.
Mm.
When that happened, so it happened
Thank you, Esekli.
like 3 months after I lost my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So imagine you're barely recovering from that.
I was not recovering. There's no belly there. There's no recovery yet. I
It
was
was
still
still
there.
raw.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was really hard. It was hard because um there was like more or less like should I put it like something that could be avoided, but we didn't know
At the
that
time.
led to it.
Okay.
It's something that if we had known and done our research deeply, maybe we could have been able to avoid it. Maybe. But it was really a bad loss,
Wow.
a very bad loss. And because when it happened, okay, based because of the kind of business we do, it happened right like after COVID.
Oh, okay.
So, and during COVID, nobody was working.
As such, yeah.
Normally, before then, we normally have 2 years savings, 2 years for bill savings. So, if our bill is 2,000 per month, we always have double of that for the next 2 years. That could sustain 2 years. So when COVID came, we believe we were fine, we were doing okay. We were not working, but we were paying bills.
Wow.
And now we were not just paying bills for business, we were paying both private life
And
and that.
business.
So and money was not coming in and all that. Then the loss came in. We
It's okay.
We lost not just money, or private savings, business savings on both sides, everything. As at that time, we only had me and Adasa together, maybe 20 something pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 something pounds. Now, we didn't lose because we were not paying our bills. We lost because we dealt with an unfaithful person.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you are going into business, please do your research very well.
Wow. Wow.
Very, very well. Sign every document you need to sign. Don't think because the person is your color, you know them from Adam. We raise everybody,
You now
everybody
don't
is
sign the
equal.
documents that should be
Do
binding.
everything you need to, any research, every question. If you need a lawyer, please get a lawyer. Don't even do anything without a lawyer. Our own biggest mistake start from there.
Wow.
And during that period, and let me tell you, see, when you have a loss of death, when it comes to death, people will understand because it's more or less like a natural thing. When you lost business, more or less like you lost money, you are not just losing that business, you are losing people. You are not just losing that business. There is tendency of you losing people. There is tendency of you losing your confidence.
Yeah.
There is tendency of you losing hope. So during this period,
Yeah.
we lost
I know.
friends, 99.9% of clients.
Wow.
Yeah, 99.9% of clients. We have people telling us that, oh, why would we even invest so much? Why would we do all that? Is it not just tailoring? Is it not just, why would we put that much of investments?
Into
Da,
it.
da, 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 da. There is a lot of negativity going up and down, up and down, up and down. A lot was actually saying they knew we would lose it anyways. They knew we would lose it anyways. Some are even saying there are lots of people that were waiting for that to happen for to
Wow.
us.
I
Yeah,
mean,
more or less like that.
I surely said it. The devil has come to kill, to steal, to destroy. He will
That's his
enter into somebody to do something, isn't
that's
it?
his job. So, and then I would say, if you are into business, either young business, I can talk to young business. I don't know about the one that old.
Has
Please
been.
try when you want to listen to people. Don't listen to people that says they have made it. Listen to people that have made losses. They'll be able to, some out of 100,
Can
there will
learn
be
from
two or
them.
three that will be able to tell you the truth of how they of the mistakes they made that made them lose their business. You know when people go on Quora and you ask something and everybody are putting there. You see on that Quora there are lots of people that will put it there, the kind of mistakes they make. That you'll be able to say, okay, this is where that mistake, that loss actually more or less like made us put things in place now. Put a lot of things in place now. But I would say for the first 2 years,
It was hard.
it's still kind of hard now because we are still when I say we lost money, I'm not talking about 10, so we lost money in hundreds. We lost money in hundreds. We lost our houses. We can't afford rent for where? Even food. Titus is £1, so we can afford £1 Titus with maybe pepper. And normally before we used to shop in bulk. So for sometimes the food was still fine
Available.
because that we had some in the house. We just need to buy one or two things outside. We drank Gary. Sorry, we drank Gary. If Titus is supposed to grow on people's head by now, yeah,
Wow.
yes, yes. Now I know Titus is very nutritious, very very nutritious. You don't know? Oh, it's very very nutritious.
I
In case
ate
you
that
don't
growing up, so I know.
know. But that made me realize. But one thing we didn't do then, the person you are in journey with matters.
Yeah.
The people you are with matters. We lost a lot of people, but the few that stayed with us actually stayed because they want to stay. Not because they are Christian. Some of them are not even Christian. They are not. They, in fact, yeah,
They don't even have any faith. They're just
yeah,
there.
they are just good people. But I will say, while you are building business, try to surround yourself with people that have same or similar vision as you. That's one of the mistakes we made. Surround yourself with people that have same or similar vision as you, that knows that journey, that not they might not know exact journey you are, they might not be on the same path, but they know the impact of sacrifice, they know the impact of what you are digging, what you are sowing.
Yeah.
They will understand you when you are going down. They will be able to hold you up. If they are not, if you surround, you can have people, you can have hundred of people and still be lonely.
Yeah. True.
That's another thing this taught me. You can have hundred of people and you are still lonely.
Yeah.
You are still lonely. So it was it's as bad as
Thank you, SF.
it's as bad as even called close people, when we call them, okay, can you borrow me this? When we try to move, you're like, I don't have it. And people you know that I know you.
I mean, yeah. You know they're good for it, yeah.
You know that kind of thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I could remember that there was time that me and Adessa we just sleep, wake up, we play music, we dance, encourage each other. We might not even remember to bath. Yeah, we might not remember to bath. We might,
You're grieving. You're grieving that
of
business.
course.
Yeah.
There was time that we just look at each other. Hello, are you okay? We say, are you okay? She say, I'm okay. She will ask me, are you okay? The first day I busted into tears, we were just talking. As I was like, I'm just tired. And the next thing, I was just bawling. She was like, wow, okay, Debbie is beginning to heal now. That was it. Because
Yeah.
you are, you know, when you are trying to be strong for each other, but you are looking at it, the loss is actually real.
Yeah.
Because how will you say even to afford to feed?
The
We
struggle.
don't go anywhere that takes bus pass, oh, because you have to calculate every expense, every. So I would say, if you are, it's deeper than this.
I know. I know.
I'm trying not to go into it because there's no how I go into that. Even me, I won't go emotional. So I'll say, if you are into business, a young business, try to do your research very well, especially if you are new on a land. Especially if you are new on a land. Try to find out how they do it, that particular kind of business or something similar to it, how they do it in that land, what you need to do. Speak to professional. Don't think about how much they will charge you, because what they will charge you
It'll be saving you a lot eventually.
is very, very small to what you will lose if you don't do your findings. That's not the case. In our case, we just didn't know.
Yeah.
It's not because we didn't want to pay on it. It's just because we didn't know. We didn't know what to put in place. We didn't know who to go to. The kind of people we went to have not done the kind of thing we want to do before. So everybody's advice was more or less like against what you want to do, that kind of thing. So it was a conflict in the mind like that. But you know, when you had a dream in your mind, you just, okay, let's give it a try. But I would say, if there is one thing we lost money, we lost people, we lost house. We didn't lose our health, we didn't lose God. Majorly, we didn't lose God. Sometimes some things happen, especially when it comes to our career, because God wants to change the season. because the season needs to change, because this, they need to take you to another level, and they know that you don't know how to get to that level, or they have to take you through the step. You might be discouraged somehow, so they would first take, God will first take what you are holding on to, what you think you have, so that you can be focused and dependent only on him. So he gives you no other option, no option B.
It's
He will
because
re-
of it's because of where he's taking you to. So you
yeah,
have to
so he will
lose some
remain the
excesses.
only
Yeah.
option. He will remain the only option then, because where we are now to that loss, the mathematics is not matching. Where God, where the way God turn things,
Round.
the mathematics did not match. The equation is not, if I try to explain it, it still does not make sense to, in a logical way, because how do you, from losing everything to now having another full shop where things are now set, how do you go from there and now having structure? Then we now have to have people, business advisors that wants to help up and down, that kind of thing. So, but I will say, don't lose God while you are going through it. Death is expected, but loss of career, loss of business is really not what we expect as much, because it's more or less like before you drive into it, you've already planned everything, you have put things in place as human and everything, and all of a sudden, boom, everything just went down.
Like that. Yeah.
It's normal for it's normal for you to feel down. It's normal for you to kind of lose hope or something like that. But please, if you know that dream is clear, if that vision is clear in your mind, and you are convinced enough, don't, while you are down, don't stay flat down. Try to be, try to crawl up. Yes, there's also lots of
Moving
marriages,
forward. Yeah. Yeah.
and those are things that we have invested in that we don't even expect that it will happen.
You will lose. Yeah.
Yes. Imagine when Asholi was saying, talking about losing a baby. Which mother goes through pregnancy and expect that after that you want to lose that child?
No.
But I would say for business, that's one I can relate with. Try to surround, I will say it again, surround yourself with people of like mind, people that have dreams like you have, people that understand your struggles, even if they cannot give you money when you are down, they will still be able to support you morally, mentally. The fact that you have 100 people, you have thousands of customers, is not a guarantee. It might be two key people that God will use for you. Be good to everybody, do right with everybody, but surround yourself with people that are of like mind, because the people around you can either encourage you or discourage you with their actions, with their words, with whatever. Surround yourself with people. You see, when it comes to marriage, even when it comes to marriage, not all married people should be your friend because they are married.
Because they can influence you
Your
negatively.
kind of marriage is not their kind of marriage.
Yeah.
Look for people that have similar goals, that knows that growth is what they are looking for. They are fighting for their husband's growth, you are fighting for your husband's growth. Look for people that when your husband makes mistake, you can talk to him, oh, you are doing this, and they will not judge you, because they can also tell their husband the truth as well. Surround people yourself, even, because in every journey of life, you will always meet different kind of people. But if you are conscious enough to pick and discerning enough, you'll be able to pick the right one for yourself, even if it's just two people. Even if it's just two people.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There are times that I will look at that and I'll be like,
Thank you,
oh girl,
Susan.
okay, we need to start work, we need to start running, we need to start walking. Okay, maybe fresh air will help us. Maybe so, because mental health can be affected. You've worked for this thing all your life, all your savings, you lost it. You would think like, the one thing I didn't think about is it spiritual? I know it's not spiritual.
Yeah, we sometimes we tend to jump into that conclusion quickly.
Yeah, I know it's not spiritual.
Village people.
No, I know they don't have that power though. They can't. I know it's part of life because
Yeah.
when things now start turning around, even we are still in shock.
So when the Lord turned the captivity of Zion, they were
Is
like
it
them that
because now? Yeah, is it because now it's now so smooth? No, we are still in that journey in a way. We are still finding our route in the new path. But you see that old path that is a lot. If there's anything they want me to take back from there, they should give me my money back.
you will be happy, Madam Money. I'll be calling you Debbie Gazin Money now. Be
I'll
money,
add
baby.
money to my name.
Please, please
Yeah.
do, so that we can breathe.
If there is one thing they want to give me back, they should just give me my money back. Even if I didn't use it to do anything, I will go and use it to buy fish.
You know about titles.
I say, my lady, oh, you don't understand.
I do, because we all have stories to tell.
Because
Sometimes you're sharing yours, it will be triggering something for somebody else, So yeah.
before
But
that before that happened, we had gari in the house, we had egusi, we had food in bulk, so it wasn't a problem. We thought we were fine. But we can't just be drinking gari. we ah we'll drink gari with status. We'll go and sleep. Sometimes we look at each other, we just play music.
you're
If you see me,
making me feel like drinking Gary now.
we is it because we are not grieving? We will both be there, play music, dance, encourage each other, and do all sorts. But we know what we are going to.
So Debbie, let me ask you. I know because it's you and Adasa now. So apart from the two of you going through that process, I know you said you lost like 99.5% or whatever friends and all. Were there other people that really understood the enormity of what you were going through, and they were there, even if they were not there financially, and they were there to kind of support
Oh
you?
yes, oh
Okay.
yes. Oh, that's why I said, if you think you have people when you have 100, you don't have anybody.
It's just
Because
crowd.
yes, there are people that I never expected
Elizabeth, I see you.
will be there. Yeah, the person we slept in our house was there now. He was feeding us and housing us. What do you mean?
Ah,
Yeah. And then what is it called? There are people there are some there was even someone that we just called 2 minutes. The call was like less than a minute. And we're like, something happened. I was like, I understand. What do you need? That was the question. That was the question. What do you need? And within 2 minutes, it was sorted.
oh, okay.
But you see, the ones that we know when we were building, growing, when we think that
Now you think these ones will be there?
hmm, you're on your own, they left.
Wow.
They didn't even bother to know if you are okay, if you are fine. No. So there were people that really, really stood. In fact, even when it comes to clients, in fact, as at was it 2 weeks ago, one was just saying, when somebody was saying to you, don't give up, don't give up. I know it's not easy on you guys, but please don't give up, because we were at a point of, should we go back to where we were coming from? Should we stay? Should we move forward? If we need to move forward, how do we go about it? We already knew the old ways. Maybe we go back to that. And only few people, when a lot of people are saying go back to where you are coming from, and only 2 or 3 people are saying to you, don't move forward, move forward.
I can imagine the confusion even if care is not taken. You almost
Exactly. So we had no other choice than to pray, be still, ask the Holy Spirit for
guidance and
direction.
direction.
And the only option is, in fact, we got to a point there was even no
All right,
option.
Esther, thank you so much for
Thank you,
sharing that.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank
There
you.
was there was even no other option of going back. So the only way is go forward. So there were people. That's why I said, please surround yourself with people of like mind,
Very
prayerfully,
crucial.
in every way. Surround yourself that way. Even some people will not give you money, but they will be there for you to support you both in prayers, in any way they can. They might not be able to give you money. Some people, it's only money they can help you with. Some people, it's only word of encouragement they can help you with. Some people, they will only be there.
Thank you guys for tapping. Thank you.
So surround yourself with people of positive mind. That's the thing. And when you are growing in business, especially, even in marriage, try not to open all your yash to everybody.
No, not everybody.
If
Selective.
in fact, try to be a bit strict, because that word can be used against you if anything happen. If anything happen. So that's the little I can share. It's deeper than that, but let
I
me
know, I know.
add that.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, what more can we say? What more can everybody say? Um, it's huge. I get it. Different aspects of life, we can experience loss and we handle things differently, we react to things differently. But above all, know that especially if it's something you can never get back, you have to find a way to live in peace with it or be at peace with it. Otherwise, it will disturb the mind and it might even disturb you getting the next opportunity, to be better, to make better, and all of that. So we need to be mindful. Thank you for sharing, Debbie. Thank you, Susan, for sharing. Leslie, Shirley, Essay, let me put that. Click. Kenneth as well. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't know, 1 or 2 people dropped off earlier on, but everyone, thank you so much for sharing. Like I say, I'm gonna say this before I round off now. If you've listened to this live today and it's triggered whatever for you as a result of the topic, please DM me after this live. Let's talk about things. Don't bottle anything up so that you can free yourself. You can start healing, and we don't want you to miss the next opportunity that God is bringing your way because you're still lost in the loss you're going through. I know it's hard. It can be hard. It can be emotional. It can be all sorts. But when you're breathing, you're alive, there should be hope. And that is what we're trying to help each other with tonight, to have hope again that, yeah, you may have lost something dear, but God is bringing something dearer to you. And that is our message for us today. I pray the Lord will heal you. I pray the Lord will comfort you. And I pray that the Lord will give you double for your trouble. And that is my prayer. On that note, I'm going to say thank you all so much. Those tapping, the gifts, sharing, and all of that. I really, really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. I'll be back again on Thursday by the grace of God, 8 p.m. UK time, where we'll be talking about these issues in marriage. Today is individual. On Thursday, we talk about marriage issues. Couples tend to shy away from talking, and we dare ourselves to talk about them here on Insight so that we can, do the needful and keep enjoying our marriage relationship. So I remain yours truly, FunmiRoyal. I'll be back on Insight on Thursday, 8 p.m. Have a lovely week and September is gone. Oh, hey, wow. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely night rest, and we'll see you on Thursday. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. To all our first timers, thank you. Really appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll see you on Thursday. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Thank you, Susan. A13, gracias. Esther Clickia, have a blessed night yourself. Thank you. Kenneth, Asholi, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Leslie, thank you. Susan, God bless you. Debbie, Gazin, Madam Money, God bless you. Let's see the people in there. I see you, Baritone. I see you, A13. Momo, the stars. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good night, everyone.